Hey, man. Is that dude Spike?
Yeah?
You the one hitting on my wife, bro?
Huh?
You hitting on my wife?
Who's your wife?
Don't you worry about that, man. You hitting on my wife? Hey,
This is my man.
Are you kidding me? Hey, I know this is rented.
This is how I conduct business.
Dude, with McDonald's? This is how you conduct business? Yo, your pay is getting slashed 90%. You making too much money, man. You rolled up in a freaking Jag, bro. What is that? Why you trying to ruin my spot, man? I'm Beverly Hillbillies in a Ford truck, man, in a pickup truck, and you rolling up in a Jag.
Oh, where, right? That's you?
Yeah, that black truck is mine.
That's me right here, though. That's me.
Yo, B-I-T-C-H, yeah, this is you. Dude, that is hysterical, man. That is absolutely hysterical, man. That's what you want. That's what you want, man. That's what you want. All right, everybody, it's the true fat man, Joel Davis, and you are going behind the scenes. This is Operation Undercover Boss. So I'm with my main man, Jacob. Some of you have met Jacob. Jacob, make sure you say hello so that they know you're real.
Hello.
So Jacob, I was able to steal him away from his work to come up here for the day. So yesterday I was in Virginia. Today I'm in Carolina. Many of you know I have to go to Italy for the month of September. Psych, loving it, looking forward to it. So before you can indulge in pleasure, you got to take care of business. When it's go time, it's go time. So I had to make sure I come down here, regulate the troops. So I'm going to be following some of my contractors today. So you are getting a behind the scenes look at how these guys do. Now the guy who I'm waiting for right now, and I know this because of our app. So I'm able to find and know exactly where my guys are going to be today. So we're going to try to cram in as much as we can throughout the course of the day and see what we find. So some of the guys, like right now, the guy I'm waiting on, his name is Spike. It's not his real name. I think his real name is John. He's been with us since May or April-ish of this year. So Spike, I guess he's a tough guy. I like that name. That's cool. So Spike is a hard-working dude. That's why I want to make sure that I come down here and meet him now before I go to Italy. So anyways, I wanted to come down here. We're going to spy on him, peep him out, see how he's doing when the boss isn't looking, hence Undercover Boss. And we'll see where this leads us. So we will keep you posted. This is very much impromptu, so you're going to see the camera going every which way but loose. But guess what? That's how it rolls sometimes. So this is all about a lot of you who are watching this. You've been thinking about becoming a licensee, starting your own broker business. We get a ton of questions from a lot of prospects. That's great. We all appreciate them. But what you're going to see is that this business isn't complicated. It comes down to, are you willing to work and hustle? Because if you lay that foundation, if you invest the time, the effort in the short term, in the beginning, and your business, you hustle, you put one foot in front of the other, you start to lay the foundation, your business starts to take on a life of its own. I mean, again, this guy right here, I haven't even met him today. So he works full time. This guy Spike works full time for like some type of paper manufacturing company. And then, I mean, I would argue he works full time for us too. He doesn't, but I mean, he does because he works every day. Today's Saturday. He has four deliveries today. Gonna make a good buck today. I mean, this guy is the kind of guy that you want working for you. He works full time for somebody else, works a ton of hours for us. He goes to the gym 7 days a week. 7 days, that's more than I do. I just take steroids and wear tight shirts. But this dude goes to the gym every single day. This dude works full time, works for us in the evenings, on the weekends, and then goes to the gym almost at midnight. So man, these are the type of guys you want in your business. So let's stay tuned and see where this leads us. We're actually gonna follow as many people as we can, depending on time. We also got to make a bunch of phone calls. If I'm down here, I'm also gonna call on my girls that answer the phones too. I gotta peep them out, see how they're performing. When the cat's away, the mice will play. So we gotta check them all out. So let's get rolling, baby. So a lot of the questions we get from people about starting a broker business. A lot of people will email me and ask me, okay, what's the difference, or what is the difference in the startup cost? What business would you go with, an EMT or broker? Both. they're both great opportunities. It's all about how you structure your business, how you build the business. So the good thing about the broker business is it doesn't take a whole lot of money in actual startup cost. I mean, you have your enrollment investment to get started and affiliated with us and get all your training material, get one of my regional directors to work with you one-on-one and everything. But beyond that, you're not investing in a lot of capital in assets or investment. Your capital investment is limited. Any MT business, when I'm working one-on-one with somebody, you gotta, at least if you're going to start by yourself, that's great. I mean, but you legitimately have to invest in an asset. So, you're going to carry those overhead expenses, the vehicle, the insurance, things like that. Another common question I get a lot is people are always asking, well, how do I get contractors? Well, it's like anything. How do you get employees? How do you get customers? You got to hustle them up. Now, the first thing, the hardest part, I tell everybody, the hardest part is getting started. Oh. Hold on one second. Duty calls. Wife calls. Wife is more important than you, so you gotta hold on a second. Where's my gorgeous wife?
What are you doing, honey?
Looking for my wife. I can't find you. Where are you?
Well, I'm just where you left me.
What? Where's
I
my
know,
wife?
It's ridiculous.
Where's my wife?
I'm bathing our 2 children because we had mass chaos this morning.
Why? What'd they do? Is that my baby? Is that my girl? Is that my girl? Mass chaos. Goo goo.
Hi, Daddy.
Where's my baby? Hey, Goo Goo. No, that's Daddy. That's Daddy's baby. That's my baby, and you're my baby. Daddy sure does love his baby. What are you guys doing?
They're taking a tubby.
Sounds like it. All that splashing.
Yeah, I'll put water in a second. They got into they ate their breakfast, but then they got into cupcakes. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. How come you don't miss your husband?
I do miss my husband.
How come you love it when I'm gone?
I don't love it when you're gone. But I've been trying to do a lot of things. I've been up first of all, I was watching Hallmark, and I really just don't know why you don't like Hallmark, honey. I really just can't figure that out.
Hallmark is out of control. I'm gonna ban that from my house.
Bella conked out at 9 o'clock.
Thank
and I
God.
watched 2 Hallmark movies.
I don't want you subjecting my kids to Hallmark. That's dangerous TV.
And it's even better than Hallmark. It's Christmas Hallmark.
Oh, Lord Jesus, help us.
Yeah, it doesn't, Bella. Christmas.
Nobody dies in Hallmark. There's no death dealing.
That's right, JJ says.
That's my Goo Goo.
Bella, give it back, please.
All right, listen. I will. I'll call you later on. I gotta take care of a little business here. I was talking to the audience, so I gotta go back and talk about a little bit of business.
I'm sorry. I gotta put you off speaker because I can't hear you over Boo. Are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Ugh.
Where's my wifeage?
I'm right here, honey.
So I'm sitting outside the store waiting on one of my contractors. You are part of Operation Undercover Boss. You're part of it.
Oh my God.
You are part of it.
I am.
Tell me this.
Yeah.
No one knows this but me and you. No one is gonna know but me and you. Tell me the truth. What's it like being married to the fat man?
What's it like being married to the fat man?
What's it like being married to the fat man?
It is never a dull moment.
Why isn't it dull?
Twists and turns because you are a loud, crazy man.
Why I gotta be loud? How about when I wake up every morning you tell me how fat I am?
Well, I never tell you how fat you are.
You tell you how sexy I am?
Oh, every day, honey.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I wake up and I tell you. Because obviously
Nice.
that's clear. That's
Nice.
crystal clear.
I like your attitude.
I say loud because the chunk off the old block right there, he's
Yeah.
as loud as you are, and he wakes up loud.
That's my boy. That's my boy.
That's your
Train him up well.
Yep. And he took his hand and he put it in the frosting and then he smeared it all over his face, just
That's
like
a
how
fat
when
man.
you eat a good piece of chocolate cake, you
Oh,
smear it all
yes.
over yourself when you love it.
Like I say, sleep in your food.
There you go.
So I'm outside a store waiting on a contractor in the middle of Operation Undercover Boss. So I got to resume operations with the audience, and I will call you later on.
All right, love you, honey.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye.
Sorry for the interruption, but it was necessary. Wife comes first. So, anyways, as I was saying, get a lot of great questions from everybody, which I always appreciate. A lot of you know me, remember me from, or relate me to the NEMT industry, which is great. And a lot of you are just starting to find out just how big my broker business is. My broker business, we actually started I launched it very late, like it was November of 2011. So really my first calendar year was in 2012. And the inspiration for this came from an NEMT provider who I was helping. And I helped him start his NEMT business in 2008, got him going, doing well. And he hit me up out of the blue in 2011 and asked if I could help him balance these two businesses, his NEMT and his niche moving business. So when I went up there and started to, look at his books and examine what he was doing in his operation, I realized this guy in 1 year, granted he was leveraging his NEMT business, but in 1 year he was taking home, equal amount in his niche moving business as he was his NEMT business. So that's when I realized, all right, man, there's something here. I just got to figure out how can I apply that to my lifestyle, my busy schedule, and more importantly, how do I scale it? If I can't scale a business, it's of no utility to me. So I gotta. There's a lot of people. There's a million ways to make $1 million, and a lot of people are. I always use the word make. How do you make money? Well, make is a relative term. It's the operative key word. How do you make money? You could buy something, buy low, sell high. You could make money, but that doesn't mean you have a business you could scale. I want to scale the business. The other thing too is that a lot of people, when they contact me, the problem is they get that stupid mentality that you see online all the time. Everybody, the get rich quick, how to make $1 million in the next 48 minutes. Go collect them at your mailbox. People go out there and they're driving their Lambos, renting their Lambos, but they don't want to work. That's all nonsense. And that's something that my team, because we get a lot of emails, a lot of questions, a lot of phone calls, and we're fighting that freebie, the get rich quick scheme. We fight that all the time because that's something that's prevalent on the internet, and that honestly that adversely affects what we're trying to do. So the thing about this broker business, great opportunity, great business. But you got to work, so that's why a lot of people, I've even had people, they'll tell me, people who've been with me for a long time, like, I know you were kind of radio silent for a number of years. Well, that was back in 2011, 12, 13 when I was hustling. People don't see that part, because I was down here. So I live in New York. People ask, well, can I develop my business remotely? Well, I live in New York. Right now, my broker business operates in North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, and in Virginia. I don't even do it in New York. So people ask, well, why don't you do it in New York? Because my business is growing too much down here. And the reason why I started down here is that when I got this idea to start this business from Dexter, the NEMT provider who I was helping. And then when I was laying the foundation, processing, thinking about it, brainstorming, and I was talking to people in my sphere of influence to kind of bounce ideas off of, a guy who was one of my mentors. He's since passed away, unfortunately. He actually helped give me the idea to start with deliveries versus the actual moving, because I had no prior experience. So that's really why we started doing the deliveries, and every single year our deliveries has taken off. But the reason why I started my business down here is I had key contacts I could come down here and leverage. And I had full expectation that I was going to take this and duplicate it and scale it and start it in New York or wherever. But businesses just continue to take off and grow down here. And then in 2016 is when the actual concept, the inception of You Are the Broker came about. Many of you probably watched some of those videos. YouAreTheBroker.com itself came about in 2016. I was invited to DC to meet with some attorneys who they come from the franchise background. So a lot of their clientele are in the restaurant business, but they wanted to get a piece of the pie of the medical transportation industry because Elderly population is going to double by the year 2030. I mean, huge opportunity. Everybody wants to ride that bandwagon. So their vision was to create an insurance captive, have me come on, be kind of like a poster child, if you will, bring on a lot of transportation providers, give credibility to this new launch. And so we were meeting in DC, and then we had follow-up meetings in Pittsburgh, and then in Philadelphia, then Pittsburgh, and then they said to me, they said, look, and we were developing a good rapport with each other and everything. And then in Philly, they said, listen, we've done our research and our homework, and we're no longer interested in the NEMT industry. We're interested in your broker business. Again, they come from a franchise. A lot of their clientele is in the franchise industry, and they said, we like what you're doing with your broker business, and we see the vision of it. We want to duplicate and scale what you're doing. They called it, we want to create more Joel Davises. I like the sound of that. It sounds good. But anyways, that's where the true inception came in 2016. So then in the middle of last year, it was in November, December of last year, 2018, is when we quote unquote officially launched the youarethebroker.com training system. And that's when we started to bring on licensees. So some of y'all watching this right now, we're still very much in the infancy stages of youarethebroker.com. Youarethebroker.com. So I own my broker business myself. This broker business is 100% mine. Youarethebroker.com, I only own 20%. I have business partners for that. But our goal is to bring on strong licensees, have them increase their capacity with contractors, grow and scale their individual businesses. The reason why we went with a licensing business model versus a franchise is because who has time to babysit? And we want our licensees to be more partners than a franchisee. We want you to have the freedom and flexibility to create your own brand, scale your own business. Of course, we're going to teach you, help you, train you, use our software, because our software is just kick butt. And you can't scale your business without technology. Bottom line, you need software. You need software, you need technology. It is what it is. There's no way I could operate my business with 50 contractors operating in 5 states without technology. It's impossible. There's no way I could operate it living in New York, operate remotely without technology. There's no way. But our overall vision, though, is to continue to grow the UDML, United Delivery Moving Logistics. So where Joel Davis owns his own broker business, and you're going to own your own broker business, the training system is youarethebroker.com, but the overall network that would bind all of our licensees together, that will give us that national presence, is the UDML, the United Delivery Moving Logistics. So I think one of my contractors is going to be pulling up here any minute now. So let's take the camera, and I'm sure when he's going to be pulling up here, because it's almost 10 o'clock. So we'll take the camera and we'll start keying on him as soon as he pulls in. So this dude's pulling up. This dude's pulling up to one of our best. I don't think best, but we do a lot of business out of this place. This is the type of place that you want, because this isn't even a national retail chain or anything like that. This is an independent store. A really nice lady owns it. And she just does good business, bottom line, so she has a good market presence. So this is a classic example where we do a lot of work for her and her customers, and she pays for the delivery. So these are higher price point items, and rather than the customer paying us, she pays us. Obviously she builds that and the delivery into the price, but regardless, she pays us for each work order, each transaction. But we're here every day, all day, doing deliveries for her. A little tough to see with the dumpsters there, but I don't want I don't want to get too close and let him know that we're here. Because again, I never met this dude before, so all I do is hear good things about him from my people, from my regional director and everything. But like even like the truck has a nice lift on it and everything. But I hear nothing but good things about this guy. So I don't want to get too. I know it's kind of tough to see at this angle. I want to be far enough away where we could see everything, get the gist, get the feel, make sure he's handling his business, handling it well, and then if we get too close and tip him off, because I'm gonna try to follow him as much as we can without getting lost and getting in the way. But like you can see, the items are wrapped up in plastic and everything, which is good. Put it on the lift. It's awesome. So those guys who are helping him actually work at that store. So they work for that lady who owns it. So they're actually the ones helping him load that. But I like that. Here it is. The couch is already wrapped in plastic, and he's still putting blankets on top of it. So further protection, man. That's good. So I mean, you want to make sure your guys care about the items, protect the items. Good stuff. So let's head out. I'm using his app. He probably hates me right now because I'm logged into his account on his app. He doesn't know it because he doesn't even know who I am yet. So log into his app and see where he's going. I'm gonna meet him at that delivery in a minute. In fact, I think he might be picking up. I think he's picking up 2 orders at this place. So in fact, we'll wait till he moves. Then we'll move because I think he's picking up 2 orders here right now. And then we'll go. Because I think he has 2 orders. So he's got to hate me right now. Well, not right now, but if he was, because right now he's loading. But I log into using his credentials. I'll log into the app. So as a contractor, yeah, he is get loading two orders right now. So the contractors, you as the licensee, you got your contractors, and your contractors, you know, you give them their own unique credentials, and they use the app. The apps are critical. The apps are critical to manage all the work orders, receive work orders, accept work orders, message the dispatchers, update the progress, take pictures if they have to upload them. Because a lot of the stores that you go to, you know, when you're doing deliveries, a lot of the stores you go to, you know, you're purchasing something new. That's great. Some stores, in fact, later on, we'll be at a store later on where this guy is going to be picking up, and it's like refurbished stuff, restored items. Well, they're not brand new. So if you got and we tell our contractors, you know, take a picture of it. If you even see a nick or a ding, you take a picture of it. So many of you watching this video, you've probably already seen the videos where we talk about we do the hassle-free insurance. The hassle-free insurance we always offer, except it depends on the store. Because if we know we're picking up items that are refurbished, restored, we're not going to offer hassle-free insurance because we already know that there's been damage to it before. So, and even when you refurbish something, it doesn't always make it 100%. So we're not going to offer that hassle-free insurance on something that's been restored or refurbished. But if it was a new item, then we would offer the hassle-free insurance, which is great. I mean, we make a lot of money off the hassle-free insurance, which is awesome. But so anyway, so I could log into his app. And it's perfect right now because he's not on the phone, so he doesn't know. But if I log in with his credentials, it kicks him out of it. So we both can't be logged into his app, his profile at the same time. But I could follow him and see what he's doing and where he's at by logging in. And why do I have his have his credentials? Because I'm the undercover boss. And when you're the baller shot caller, you can do what you want. Pays to be the baller. All right, so according to the app, he's picking up from an apartment complex. He's got to pick up stuff, take it because he's got to haul it off, and he's also dropping off some stuff that he just picked up from the store. So obviously I've never been here before. You can see this is a beautiful apartment complex. So that's why it's like I tell everybody, it's like, man, there are so many opportunities. There's so many opportunities You know, I'm embarrassed to say this, man, but we actually had a guy tell us, well, no one wants my service. Are you insane? You are in one of the most populated cities in America, and you have the audacity to say they don't want your service? I mean, that's just insane. There is so much opportunity. I don't know how that's possible to not make money. I mean, this place is obviously huge. I just got to figure out where it is. I lost him. I was telling him I lost him because we were caught in traffic. We got caught at a light. But we got to find him. But hopefully we can find him before here we go. I'm going to turn around. This is a perfect view. This is perfect. This is perfect. Now, this is a classic example. We're going to get this on film. This dude doesn't even have his helper with him, and he's finding a way to get it done. Not doing anything stupid or hazardous. But you watch this dude. So when everybody says, well, how do I find contractors? I can't find help. You ain't working hard enough to get them. Because they're out there. Wait till you see this guy. This guy is handling his business and handling it well. You're going to see this dude right here. He's moving couches by himself. This dude he doesn't even have his helper with him. This dude is moving a couch. His truck, his hand truck, is his best friend. And watch how he does it. Watch how he does it with that blanket. So look how he took that couch. Love seat, whatever you call it. So this dude doesn't have his helper. So he has this nice big hand truck, and he takes the blanket and he puts the blanket to further protect it on the hand truck. Now, again, I never met this dude. I haven't met him yet. But my RD loves this dude because he's just a freaking worker. Go ahead and take a look at that right there. Take a look at that right there. You see that, man? Dude, that's freaking awesome, dude. That is a guy. That right there is a dude that's a freaking straight up hustler, man. So, oh, Joel, but I can't find contractors. How'd I get him? Let me rephrase that because it ain't like I found him. How'd my regional director find him? That, man, see, that's the type of stuff, man. I want to provide every possible opportunity I can for a dude like that to make money. When he makes money, I make money, so that's great. That's a win-win. But that is a straight-up hustler right there who works his butt off. I mean, you saw right there. You saw on film this dude in his hand truck. And my RD, my regional director, straight up said, this dude, I want to make sure I know where he's going next because we're going to follow him again. But this dude, he straight up, my RD said, hey, man, his hand truck, if he doesn't need his helper, he's not going to have his helper because he freaking loves making money, works hard. This guy already, even before I had meetings this morning, he went ahead of his schedule to get a job done. I mean, dude, I love it. That stuff is priceless. So you just sat there and saw on film this dude taking his hand truck. Anytime you're moving couches and stuff like that, you automatically would think that you got to have two people. I mean, this dude's he's a little meast, man. Half man, half beast. I love that. He's measting it, man. He's a meast. Love it, dude. Love it. So we'll sit here. We'll peep him out. I know he's got to haul something out. So he's got to haul something out and take it to the dump. I don't know if he's going to be going to take it to the dump today or not. I don't know what the schedule is right here for the landfill for dumping. But I know he's got to haul something out, take that up. I love that, man. That's good stuff. So that was good, man. I hope y'all are appreciating this. All these emails we get, but Joel, how do I do? Or we get emails from people. How can I ride along? Well, right now you're riding along. I'm sorry, I'm up in New York. I'm not gonna bring everybody down here to ride along just to see it all. But I mean, this is like the best thing you're gonna see right here, man. Because this is why we're successful doing what we're doing. It's all about building a good supporting cast. And when you got people like that, you can win with people like that. I love. Now I know some of y'all watching that. Here's what's gonna happen. I know for 100%, guaranteed, take it to the bank. Someone's gonna see this and send us a stupid email. Well, Joel, I'm a professional mover. I've been doing it for 30 years, and that's not how I would do it. Absolutely not. You've got to have 2 people. And I don't have time for you. I don't have time for you. So don't send me your stupid emails. Because guess what? I don't care. I don't care. My bank account says different. At the end of the day, that dude's bank account says different. That dude is a straight up hustler, man. I'm gonna take care of that dude. I'm gonna make sure that dude makes money. Just seeing that for the first time, and again, I hear nothing but good things about him from my RD, and I'm gonna try to catch some other contractors as well. But that right there, seeing it firsthand, that gets my juices flowing, because that's just hard work. That's the type of stuff that, man, you got to respect hard work. That's why all these lazy people in America, well, I can't find a job. I don't know. I can't do it. Well, man, get off your butt and go sling some hash like that. That's America right there. That's hard work right there. That's what America is supposed to be about. Not all that entitlement. I know some of y'all watching this, and I know right now, you're already halfway through a sentence. You're drafting an email right now to tell me how this is ridiculous. I'm too harsh. I shouldn't talk like this. And Joel, I wouldn't move it like that. Absolutely not. He needs to go in there and he needs to prep it first. But he already did. He got here. He already went in there. He met with the customer to evaluate, see where everything's going. Then he came back out and he got the truck. So don't even waste your time with the stupid emails. Joel, I've been a mover for the last 30 years, and this is how we did it. I don't care how you did it. I'm telling you, this is how I do it. This is how I do it with 50 contractors, and why these guys are making real money. God bless them, man. God bless them. So I always have 2 people answering the phones on pretty much 7 days a week. Because, I mean, we're a 7-day-a-week business. It is what it is. So typically they're working from 10 in the morning until 5 in the afternoon. That's typically when store hours are open. So while I'm out here waiting, so my contractor that we're stalking is delivering a couch and also picking up another couch. I'm going to call one of my girls and play stupid. I'm going to call and get an estimate. So I'm going to call right now. Jacob, what's your phone number? And we'll block it out. What's your phone number so I can give her a phone number?
470.
Hi, good morning. My name is Jacob, and I was calling to see about getting an estimate for possible delivery from...
What did you need to have delivered?
So it's a 2-piece sectional?
Is that the only 2 pieces?
Yes.
And do they have to carry it up any stairs?
Actually, there's no stairs.
What's the address it's going to? The delivery would be 10117.
10117. And what availability would you have next week after Tuesday?
Probably after Tuesday. Our next delivery date would be on Thursday, the 29th. Let me check and see. And they probably could do it between 2 and 6 as our afternoon delivery.
2 and 6. Okay, great. So 10117 and Thursday you'd be available at least sometime mid-afternoon, right?
Yeah,
Awesome.
it'd be definitely after 3 before we could get there.
Okay, awesome. All right, well, thank you so much. I will give you a call back if we move forward. Thank you.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Take care. Bye. Good stuff. She's answering the phones. That's what I want to see. She's answering the phones. So what she did, she had our software in front of her. So she's in front of, she's at home. So the people who answer the phones for me, they're at home. They're 1099 contractors. So she has her. That's probably why that delay when she answered the phone to get in front of her computer. And she pulls up the screen, and what she did is she was able to enter in the address of where I'm picking stuff up from and where it was going, and it automatically obviously generates the she put in the number of items. That's why she asked specifically how many pieces, are there stairs, things like that. And so she ended up being able to quickly give me an estimate, because we have all of our rate management, all of our rates already inserted into our rate management. So it's able to give her a quick estimate, spit it out, and then be able to give it to us. So that's good. So what we'll do is we'll wait a few minutes. I'm sure this contractor is going to be coming out here pretty soon. So then we will we'll also work and call my other girl. So right now we got she's in Carolina, the one we just called. Then I have another one that will be answering the phone. She's actually in Delaware, but we'll call her. We'll call her in a little bit, because I'm sure this guy's going to come out here pretty soon. Dude, look at this cat right there. So I don't know how much you could see of that, but you could see that this guy, this contractor, straight up came down that elevator with the old couch that he's going to be hauling off. I mean, he's just umphing it up. He had it hooked up on his, strapped up to his dolly, his hand truck there, and he's using the hand truck as a second pair of hands, man. Dude, I know I've said it before. Y'all sick and tired of hearing me say it, man. I just love hard-working dude, straight up hustlers, handling their business, slinging it. That's why this dude, my RD told me that this guy works out 3 hours a day. I don't know if it's true or not. I'm gonna tell him, hey, use my strategy, man. Just take steroids and wear tight shirts. But that's exactly why. I mean, you saw him, man. I love that. We were moving the car. We moved the car, so try to get a better angle, and it was kind of poor timing, because as we were moving it, he was just coming out, so I should have just stayed still a little bit. But we'll see how much we can get with this. I mean, look at this dude. He's holding like how many I mean, this guy, just look at him, man. He's a meast, man. That cat's a meast. Half man, half beast. I love it, man. It's exactly why that dude is making money. I'm gonna park again and we'll try and catch him. But we got this guy who works for us. He's working full time for Lowe's, and he ended up he was working for Lowe's full time and worked for us 3 days a week. He ended up just giving notice. So he was working 3 days a week for us, and he quit recently. He's still working for him. He put in his notice, 2-week notice, because he was making more money in 3 days working for us than he did in 2 weeks working for Lowe's. And he's like, Lowe's, was killing him, because he was also, he was up at 6 o'clock doing that. Now, what we typically do for our deliveries, we don't even start them usually, because the stores really don't even open up at 10 o'clock. So we're not even really doing deliveries before then, unless it's something private. So if it's coming from someone's personal residence, then we will go, we'll schedule it and do it before that. But coming out of a store, we usually don't do it before 10 o'clock. But then we got some guys who just do we got some guys that they only want to do move jobs, labor jobs, stuff like that. They don't do a whole lot of customer engagement with deliveries and everything, which is fine. I mean, so we got a small little army of contractors, so it's fine. I mean, it gives you options. That's what's great, it gives you options. So one of the great questions, like I said, that we always get is, well, how do I get contractors? And I tell everybody, the hardest part is getting your first couple contractors. And once you get a handful of contractors and they start making money, especially if they're making real money, man, it is straight word of mouth, 100% word of mouth. Like this guy Spike, he found us. The guy Tommy I was telling you about from Lowe's, we were doing some stuff in and out of there, and he solicited us. But a lot of our contractors now, I got great contractors that their brother wants to work for us, their cousin wants to work for us, because they see that they're making real money. And they're not, my guys work hard. You see this guy, he's working hard, but look, it's 11:30. Big difference of going out there digging a ditch at 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. So I love hard workers, man. When it's time to dig a ditch, you go dig the ditch. But to me, this is also smart working. And this guy, this is the kind of guy that, I've never met him yet, but I'm gonna jump on him later this afternoon after his last run. I'm gonna jump on him and introduce myself. But this is the kind of dude that I want to see be successful, and it's my responsibility as the owner of the company to cultivate new opportunities, because a dude like that, I want making more money. Yeah, you could say it's easy, Joel. You're only doing it because you want to make more money. Yeah, when he makes more money, I'll make more money. That's obvious. But at the end of the day, this dude will benefit. And I just love hardworking people like that, man. Love it. I'm the innovator. I'm the innovator, the creator, the entrepreneur. It's my responsibility to build the business, grow the business, innovate the business. And people like that. That's why you as the business owner, so many people like, well, I just want to make more money. Man, I used to play that game. And I'm just going to keep talking for a little bit while I'm waiting for him to come back out. But trust me, man, when I first started my first business, man, I agree. It was all about the money. But as you grow and mature and you are making money, you're going to see that naturally, you're going to realize it's not just about the money. It's also about the people. And the people aren't just the people you serve, the customers. You also serve your employees. This dude right there, I see this guy hustle like this and work like that. It's my responsibility as the business owner to also serve him. And the way I serve him is to present him with opportunities. Now, if he was a schmuck, if he was a punk, if there's a problem, if he does something stupid, he's gone. That doesn't mean that you be a pushover. It doesn't mean I'm a pushover. It doesn't mean my RDs are pushovers. If he does something disrespectful to a customer, he's got to go. If he does something stupid or reckless or half-assed, he's got to go. But I want to reward stuff like that, and the way to do it is to present more opportunities. That's why a lot of people bash people who make money, and I always go back to, man, how can you help people if you don't even have money? How do you employ people if you don't have money? I've yet to find that poor guy that employs people. I've yet to find it. The more money you make, the bigger and better your business, the more people you could help. This guy, he's a single parent, has an 11-year-old daughter. Again, I don't know a whole lot about him. I just know he's a good worker, but I do know that he's a single parent, works hard. Give this guy more opportunity, more money. Help his family. That's the way you do it. Give him opportunity. It's not like you gotta give him handouts. It's not like you gotta give people handouts. You just give them opportunity, and they're gonna run with it, man. And this guy's living proof of it. You sat here and saw on film. So some of you, again, I know there's people who are watching this. Well, I've been in the moving business for 25 years, and that is absolutely not how you do it. I don't care how you do it. It means nothing to me. I know some of you watching this think that I'm an a-hole or too cocky or too boisterous. Dude, I don't care. That's why I don't even read all those emails. That's why I got people that work for me to help read all your stupid emails, because I don't care. But for those of you who actually appreciate something like this, like I do, you're going to want to surround yourself with people like this, and you're going to want to help people like this. That's why it behooves you to make more money. Look at this guy. Look at him. Look at this guy. I don't even know what he's hauling out, man. Dude, this guy is straight up hauling stuff out on a blanket. Dude, so this guy, I live in New York. This dude is in North Carolina doing this every day. And you say, Joel, you're taking advantage of him. Yeah, he's making me money, but guess what? He's making money too. You saw that. You just saw that on film. This dude, straight up, I just love that. I just love that dude, because that dude, you just saw him not only sling all that stuff, do it by himself. He moved the couch by himself. And most people who, again, I know all the professionals. Oh, Joel, that's not how you do it. That's not safe. I've been doing this for 25 years. I don't care how you do it, but I care how he does it. And then to see him pulling all that stuff out, hauling it out on a sheet like that, just being resourceful. I love people who are resourceful, innovative. Call it what you want, man. I love that, man. I love that. So I'm gonna try to head him off. I'm gonna leave right now because I don't want to leave right after him and make it too obvious. But I'm gonna try to head to his next stop, and I'm gonna try to meet him there. But take a look at this beautiful apartment complex. This place is beautiful. We do work here. We help move people in and out of here all the time. This place is beautiful. I'm getting lost in here. But we do move jobs out of here all the time. And so people like, oh, Joel, I can't find work. Oh, Joel, no one wants my business. Oh, Joel, so how's it work? How does this work? Joel, how does this work? I don't understand this. Dude, it's about hustling. This is about, when people say they can't make money, they can't find work, are you crazy? Your problem is you can't find work because there's opportunity all over the place. It's just a matter of, are you willing to work to find it? Are you willing to network? A lot of people will contact me. And ask about business ideas. Joel, I'm thinking about starting my own business. How do I do this? How do I do that? But realistically, if you're not willing to put yourself out there, if you're not willing to go out there and network with people, hustle with people, let me tell you something. Keep working your 9-to-5 job. Keep punching your time clock. Keep doing your thing. The last thing I ever do, will do, or want to do is try to convince someone that, well, you know what? Entrepreneurship is for you. You know what? No, it's not. Entrepreneurship, being your own boss, if you ain't willing to work, it ain't for you. Now, I personally believe that if you're an entrepreneur, you're an entrepreneur. You know what? I'll tell you, I know why I respect that dude so much? I've never even met this guy yet. He doesn't know who I am. He's made me money. I helped make him money. We've never met. He's been with me for probably, 5-6 months, whatever. The reason, and I've thought a lot about this, the reason why I respect that so much, what that dude back there does, Spike, and all my other contractors, is because I've never had a real job. I'm telling you right now, I've never had a real job. Okay, so no one can ever say, Joel, look at your W-2. Guess what? I've never had a W-2. And I know some of you watching this, you do get W-2s, you're working for someone else, but you know what? You know that at the end of the day, you're an entrepreneur by trade. In my opinion, it's like, deep down inside, you're an entrepreneur. The reason I've never had a real job is I've never envisioned it. I've never visualized it. I just always knew that I'd be doing my own thing. And so I don't know if that whole goes to, entrepreneurs are born, not made. I don't know. That's a debate for someone else who actually cares, because I could care less. All I know is all those emails I get from people talking about, well, Joel, I'm thinking about this. I'm not sure. You know what? It's probably not for you. Because I believe that if you're an entrepreneur, if you got to go do something. If back in the day, when I was leaving the NFL, when I was between the two teams, Cincinnati and Indianapolis, and my family, I got a lot of family who used to work for Lockheed Martin, cousins, brothers, sisters, all that stuff. And they did their time in corporate America, still doing their time in corporate America. And they always said, hey, Joel, you should go work for Lockheed. Here it is, you're a pre-law major, minored in systems engineering at West Point. Go leverage your education, go leverage your degree from West Point. And I was like, nah, you know what? I'm young and dumb. I'm gonna go do my own thing, figure something out. Because worst case scenario, if whatever I touch fails, then I could always go white collar America and do my own job, do whatever. But you know what? That wasn't for me. So I know a lot of people out there, I'm not sure, and all those, you ever notice how online everyone's always trying to convince you to become an entrepreneur? I'm never going to try to convince anyone to become an entrepreneur. That's the stupidest thing you could do. You need to be in alignment. You need to have your thoughts, your beliefs, your vision in alignment with your mouth and your actions. Your mouth and your actions have got to be in alignment. There's people who talk the talk, they don't walk the walk. So the last thing I'm going to do is try to gas somebody up, get them to invest in something or take action, something that's just not in alignment with who they truly are. So I would never encourage, if you're watching this and you're thinking, oh, Joel, you know what, maybe I want to start my own business. You know what, this may not be for you then, because depending on where you are in life, if you're not 100% sure, honestly, play it safe. Stay on the dock. I wouldn't venture out into the waters of entrepreneurship because, again, I know so many people, they want the get rich quick. They're enamored by all the videos online, all these yahoos driving their Lambos. You see them on the private jet. You know, man, you understand that 95% of the time they're renting that stuff. You understand 95% of the time that's like a photo shoot, photo op, some nonsense like that. Entrepreneurship, look, you got to grind, you got to work hard, and if you're not willing to do that, it's like, you know, you look at this. Yeah, I live in New York. These guys are working for me down south. Am I doing the grind? No, I'm not. But guess what? Back in the day when I was first starting, I was traveling down here all the time, meeting, greeting, making the relationships. That's why a lot of people, when they email us and, well, I'm not sure. Well, how do I find this? Well, I don't know. Well, this store, they already have a delivery service. A store already has a delivery service. That's perfect. That's exactly who you want to solicit because you know they need deliveries. So all you got to do is provide a better solution. You know, apartment complexes, you take your, we do work out of different community colleges, universities, campuses, elderly complexes, storage units, and there's so much business out there. And people are always like, well, no, there's competitors in my area. No, they already have a delivering service. No, they already have movers. Exactly. That's exactly what you want because you don't need to go in and convince them they need anything. They already got it. It makes it even easier. They already have the service, so you don't need to convince them. It's your job as an innovative, creative entrepreneur who's willing to compete. If you ain't willing to compete, don't even get in the arena. But it's your responsibility as the innovative and creative entrepreneur that you need to get out there and provide a better solution. Let me tell you something. Guaranteed, 100% sure, the markets will always win. The markets will always win. You got someone out there, they already have service, whether it's delivery service, whether it's a moving service, whether it's a fixing a widget service or whatever it is, it's your responsibility to go out there and convince them that what you do is gonna save them money, make them money, provide a better solution. So if you're intimidated by competition and you default to, well, they already have movers, they already have delivery guys, they already have contractors, this is not for you. Because we get the emails all the time, well, how much is everybody else making? How much are your licensees making? Well, that all depends. How much? Are they working hard? Are they not working hard? Everyone always wants to compare themselves to everyone else. Why don't you compare yourself to the person in the mirror? Stop comparing yourself to everybody else. I work with a lot of client providers, and sometimes when I work with them, it's always, well, I don't know, my competitors are this, my competitors are that. Yeah, you can keep an eye on your competitor, but for all you know, your competitor is on the verge of going bankrupt. Why are you comparing yourself to your competitors? Why don't you focus on being the best you can be, the best business owner you can be, the best business you can be? Stop worrying about, well, how much are they making? Because again, I get it all the time. We just started bringing on licensees. Towards the end of last year. And everyone's, well, how much are your licensees making? Well, they also have existing businesses. How hard are they working? I don't know. We got licensees in 29 states right now. As of this recording, we got licensees in 29 states. I can't tell you what all their finances are. I don't see them all. People ask, well, how soon will I get my return on my investment? How soon are you willing to work? How soon are you willing to work? If you're lazy, your return on your investment, man, you're going to wait a long time. You want to get out there and grind? Dude, you're going to see it real fast. I know a lot of you have already turned off this video, but for those of you who stayed, I trust and I hope that you're learning something because the best is yet to come. So the hits just keep on coming. We stop. I'm fat. I'm a fat man, and fat people need to eat. So that's why I don't have this phone call on video. But my RD, who brought Spike on, trained him, got him going, all that kind of stuff. So just talk to him while I was eating, so that's why I didn't have it on film. So he doesn't know I'm down here. So, but here's what's awesome. So everything you just saw on film with Spike. So he just gave me the backstory, and the backstory is, and dude, this makes me, dude, I get excited when I get excited. I'm gonna punch Spike in the mouth, because when I get excited, I get violent, man. I just love and appreciate hardworking dudes. So what I didn't know, and you didn't know, with what we just saw, in talking to my RD, Spike was all upset and pissed off because he was supposed to have his helper, and his helper didn't show up today. I don't pay helpers, so helpers were never on my book, so I don't know that guy either. I mean, I'm going to meet Spike. After this next work order, next delivery, when we meet him, I'm going to get out, I'm going to meet Spike. I'm going to mess with him, I'm going to punk him or something like that. But anyways, as I've explained, I'm sure if you're watching this and you're considering starting your own licensing broker business, you want to become one of our licensees, that's great. But we don't pay helpers. That's the contractor. That's his responsibility to pay their own helpers, because that's not my gig. He's not my payroll. Spike's on my payroll, so whoever his helper is, so be it. So anyways, his helper banged on him, screwed him over. So Spike was pissed off. We didn't know that on film. Second thing is, and again, I'm learning all this from my RD, because he called me and we were talking, and I just happened to ask questions. Hey, how's everything going? And he told me about Spike. How Spike was all pissed off because his helper didn't show up. B, that apartment complex where we were at, they got an elevator. Just so happens that that couch that he was oomphin' it by himself didn't fit in the elevator. He hauled it up and down. He hauled the new one up 3 flights of stairs, hauled the old one down 3 flights of stairs. Dude, if that doesn't excite you, if that doesn't make you appreciate hardworking dudes, I don't know what will. Because that excites me. That makes me want to just slap him in the face, because I freaking love that stuff, man. So anyways, at this next one, my RD is going to be there because his helper, this is why when you build your business the right way. So I have 6 RDs. 5 of them work with us with youarethebroker.com. This RD, regional director, he's filling in. This is exactly what the responsibility of an RD is for. That here it is, Spike's helper banged on him. They got to go move some shelving systems or whatever it is. Well, that, I guess they're bigger and heavier, whatever. So now my RD is going to meet him. So you'll actually meet one of my RDs. Awesome. So we'll see him roll up as well, because he's going to meet him at this place to pick him up. Here's the other thing too that you have to appreciate about hardworking dudes. I just love this. So Spike, I told you, single father, 11-year-old daughter. This is his weekend with his daughter, and we had a lot of work orders this weekend. Spike got up early this morning, and again, this is me talking to my RD. So Spike got up early this morning, went and did an early morning work order to get it out of the way, and then went and got his daughter breakfast, took her breakfast, went out, did these deliveries. He's stopping back right now. So now I'm going to do this other, I was going to follow this other contractor, but I had the address screwed up. It's my fault because he's like 30 miles away. So I'm not going to go 30 miles out of the way to go meet him. So I'm just going to wait. I'm going to go meet where Spike is going to be for the next one, because that way I'm going to catch my RD on film, and you guys could see him meet one of my guys. It's also Spike. Spike is going to go pick up his daughter, and then if I understood my RD correctly, he's going to bring his daughter with him for this next work order delivery, because then after that he's going to take her out to eat or something like that. Regardless, my point is, dude, this hardworking dude is out there slinging hash. Single father, it's his weekend with his daughter, and he's burning both ends of the candle, man. Dudes like that, if that doesn't excite you, I don't know what will, man. Those are the kind of guys. That's why you as an entrepreneur, it's not all about you. And I get it, man. Everybody is all about, I'm just tired of working for the man. I understand that. I just want an easier life. Guess what? As an entrepreneur, it ain't always an easier life. It's your responsibility to work hard, to go out there and grind, just like I did in the early stages of my business. Work to surround yourself with a strong supporting cast and cultivate those opportunities, man. Because now, again, when I was talking to you a short time ago before we broke for lunch, You know, I was telling you how excited I was about Spike. Now I learn even more about his story. I mean, that is just that is a beautiful thing. And as you as the leader and the entrepreneur, your business, it's your responsibility to you know, you have a responsibility to serve. You have a responsibility to serve. Everybody sees they want all the benefits. They want all the benefits from the business, but they're not willing to put in the work. Part of the work is serving. And serving means I gotta present opportunities. The more opportunities, I'm not gonna give handouts. I'll tip them. In fact, I'm telling you right now, when I see Spike, man, after I scare the heck out of him, man, I'm gonna give him a bonus, cash bonus, because man, knowing that he just, and again, we were sitting outside that apartment complex. We had no idea that it didn't fit in the elevator. I sat there. I'm like, man, what's taking this cat so long? Little did I know, it's taking him so long because he's hauling it up 3 flights of stairs. He's hauling it down 3 flights of stairs. Man, you got to respect that. So we're gonna go. And you know what? I'll tell you something else too. We get a lot of emails from people. Here's what I love. Here's another thing I love about Spike. We'll get emails from people. Well, Joel, how do I do this? And they give you a long laundry list email. Well, what's the this? What's the that? How do I do this? Well, how do I know that? What's the ROI? When can I get that? Dude, everybody, you want, look, man, I understand it. You want a plan, and you got to have a plan. But so much of it is trial and error. When I was starting this business back in late 2011 throughout 2012, trust me, my business from 2014 to the present day, where I have all 1099 contractors, is totally different than when I started. Because when I started, you know, I owned the used box truck, and by the end of 2012, I had 3. So my business back then, it was trial and error. I'm figuring out what works. You know, building that software system. I mean, we got $1 million in that software system plus, but that's what is the backbone that allows me to manage 50 plus contractors. And I got contractors who have contractors because they sub out some of the work, which is awesome. It's awesome. But so many people, well, how do I do it? And the next step, and the next step. Look, man, I'm not going to hold your hand. No one can hold your hand and literally spoon feed you step by step. Your problem is the reason why you ask a million, and it's paralysis by analysis. You paralyze yourself. Well, I don't know. Well, I can't take action until I know what that next step is going to be. Guess what? A lot of times you ain't going to know what that next step is. You just need to go out on faith. You need to jump off that dock and get in those waters and start swimming. But anyways, I know I get off of my tangents, but my tangents and my rants here. But I'll tell you what, I just get so excited when I see stuff. And now that I know that backstory of what was happening behind the scenes with Spike, man, I just love and appreciate that. So we're gonna drive and go try to meet him at this next spot, which is awesome because that's where one of our RDs is gonna be. So I'm gonna make a couple of phone calls and we're gonna head over there right now. Hey Bob, how you doing?
Good. All right. So I'm going to send you my resume, but the thing that I pretty much after this week, you're off to Italy for a month, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. So in any event, long story short, cutting to the chase, I think you and I have a wonderful opportunity in front of us. And as I was mentioning to you yesterday, real success in business comes from leverage. And I think you and I, what I want you to consider is you and I partnering on some future business opportunities. And this is what I have in mind. You've done a tremendous job with your business so far. And if you could clone yourself, I'm sure you would. I think there are other opportunities that you mentioned yesterday involving any sort of 1099 work that can be monetized. Exploring the world of government contracting.
Yeah.
Federal contracting. And by the way, logistics is a big part of it.
Huge.
But the area that really productivity goals that are chomping at the bit to choose a third party that would help them with those problems that they face. Marrying the two together, there's a huge potential not only where I've seen the opportunity, but nationally. Knowledge shared is knowledge doubled. You know, you can monetize that resource, that asset,
100%.
knowledge.
100%.
And you know, and that's an even cleaner business than the brokerage business.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no reason why, with the right people, you can't have your hand in as many baskets as you find capable people.
Well, I totally agree with you. Bottom line for me, you know, like people are always asking me, well, how do I find the person? How do I find the right people? To me, that's secondary. First, you have to create and cultivate the right opportunity for them. If the opportunity's there, I can always find people who can fill the opportunity if it's a legitimate opportunity. Right. For me, overall, in terms of looking at what you're talking about, and again, when I say me, I'm talking about Joel Davis, only because of everything that I'm currently involved in of, you know, business, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, all that kind of good stuff. Everything I do has to be very measured in terms of, like anything, you know, time availability, all that kind of good stuff. So I have to have a legitimate and a very strong plan in place. Because I micromanage my time per se. You know, I obviously work a lot, but I'm very careful of how I manage my time. I don't waste my time on nonsense or anything or anybody. So we got to make sure that if this is something that's a legitimate consideration, I got to see as much of a structure as possible. You know, if you're talking about a strategic partnership, which I'm always, hey, strategic partnerships make the world go around, I'm all for it. But I would definitely have to learn a little bit more about what you envision, you know, what you're talking about in more detail for sure, so I can consider it. Because I got, you know, like anything, you know, you were talking about moving back to where your roots are, your kids and all that kind of good stuff. You know, you got to make sure that you maximize your time and you got the freedom and flexibility to do what you need to for your kids and all that. So time is a big concern. Time is a very big concern because obviously I spend a lot of time doing my existing business. So if I take on something else, it's got to be sensible to work with my current lifestyle and time constraints, things like that. Make sense?
Absolutely, Joe. We're speaking the same language. We're on the same page.
Good, very good. That's great.
Kind of
that's a great start point. Great start
point. I completely understand exactly what you're saying.
People think they work for money, man. We're working for time. We're working for time. We want the money to have the time. Time is the most important thing. So
Beautiful.
So that's why I got to be that's why I'm very selective in what I do, because ultimately it comes down to time.
Correct. But when I see an opportunity like this, and I speak to an individual like you, I know that things can happen.
Amen.
So I'm going to send you my information. You see who you're talking to, what you're dealing with, and when you're in Italy, give it some thought.
Well, here's what I want you to do, honestly. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to definitely send me your resume and everything. I want you to send me as much detail as you can, as much structure as you can about what we just discussed with this opportunity with the government contracting. So, because I promise you, because when I go to Italy, for sure. I mean, like here's the thing about Italy, man. I love going to Italy. I love being with my family and vacation time. But as awesome as it is, you also, for me personally, I get stir crazy. I do, because you know my mind is always moving. I'm always, you know, it's all part of the working hard and hustling and investing and everything. So, so I'm all for. Hold on one second. I got like 3 cell phones going here. But yeah, as much structure, as much meat on the bone as you can give me, so I could digest it and further consider it. You know, obviously that would behoove us both. You know, make sense?
Consider done.
Awesome. So yeah, look, man, I'm always open to good strategic partnerships.
And by the way, I'm on WhatsApp. And WhatsApp is an incredible international
sure.
communication platform.
Yeah, big
so
time.
If you're on WhatsApp, you and I can stay in touch, and we can continue moving this conversation forward.
Definitely, yeah. WhatsApp is huge.
Yeah, especially internationally.
Yep.
So in any event, I won't take up any more of your time. I'm going to send you my resume now, and I'll put together those things, which is very easy for me to do. You know, people are going to make you work for them.
Sure.
But the thing is, if you have the patience and the fortitude to deal with going through the process that the government makes you go through, in 2 years, you can get your first contract. And in 5 years, you can be looking at 10 to 20-year contracts worth millions.
Totally agree, 100%. No, I totally agree. And you know, look, I deal with a lot of people, a lot of RFQs, RFPs, all that kind of good stuff. There's no, I mean, everything from VA to private, school districts, you know, all that. I run the game. I've seen it all. You know, if it was something, you know, like obviously my background's heavy into medical transportation stuff. Sometimes they're worth it, sometimes they're not in terms of going after the government contracts, the RFPs. You know, a lot of times, especially if everything is just going to be price point, then a lot of times it's not worth it. But yeah, I mean, if I learn more about what you're talking about and I find the value in going after, I mean, because like you just said, you know, it takes time, it takes effort to go through that process, all that credentialing and stuff. I got no problem with that. I'm not intimidated by any of that, as long as it's done properly. A, B, you know, if you have the ability as a strategic partner, you're able to take lead on some of that stuff, because I don't have time for all that myself personally, in terms of the actual nitty-gritty, dotting the I's and crossing the T's on some of that, or if I have to get my attorney involved. I mean, those are all things of consideration. But again, the whole thing for me, it's a risk versus reward, and I'm always gonna weigh my risk versus reward. And I get it, and I got trust me, I have no problem. I am all for let's play the long game. So I got no problem.
Yeah.
2 years is like, man, I spend 2 years in Chick-fil-A eating lunch, so that 2 years goes by like lickety split. That means nothing. So I get the whole barriers to entry. You know, in some industries, it's a pain in the ass, and I wouldn't waste my time. But other ones, if there's the meat on the bone and it's risk versus reward, and it's palatable for me, then I would move forward. I got no problem with that. But again, bottom line is, if we were to do a strategic partnership, we take it step by step. So let me learn more about you. Let me learn more about the actual opportunity, and we'll just take it. We'll take it bite by bite, one step at a time. And look, at the end of the day, worst case scenario, if something isn't palatable for us both, if it's not, exactly, and if it's not, if it's bottom line, everything we do has got to be win-win. If it ain't win-win, then we don't do it.
Yeah. So absolutely. Hey, and by the way, we share the same haircut.
Oh, but are you as handsome as me? That's the question.
As handsome, half as tall.
There you go. I like that. All right, brother. It was great talking.
What was that?
Go ahead.
Yeah, not a problem. What was that? The Danny DeVito, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh yeah, like twins.
Was it twins or something?
Twins,
yeah.
The two brothers.
No, I'm 5. Yeah, I'm 5'8", but I gather you're like 6'4".
6'4". Yeah, you're like my mini me, man. You're my mini me.
There you go.
All right. Sounds good, man. I appreciate it.
All right, you're welcome. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye. Where's the wife?
We are in the car driving to Grandpa's.
Awesome. What are you doing? Do you miss the hubby? Is that my gorgeous girl?
Yeah.
Oh, I miss my baby. You are so delicious.
She said, and I love you.
I love you, honey. I can't wait to see those cheeks. I'm going to eat them up. Oh, I'm going to eat those cheeks. Those are daddy's cheeks. I'm going to bite your cheeks. How's everything going?
Good.
How's the
I
weather?
was just laughing because,
How's the weather up there?
It's cloudy and like 70. It's like almost a nice early fall day.
That's how it is here. I might as well have stayed in New York. I thought the further south I come, the better the weather's going to be. I'm going to get a refund on my investment.
That's okay. No one likes hot weather. Yuck.
But, how's Goo?
Oh, he's fine. I don't know how that chair got in there. Either
That's
Bella
hysterical.
gave it to him, or it was close to the playpen and he grabbed it, because he's got a long reach. But all of a sudden I come into the living room He's sitting in the chair, like, you know, like he's swallowing the canary, the cat that swallowed the canary, with this big old grin on his face. And I'm like, what is going on? And I look and he's sitting in that chair. I'm like, oh my gosh, he can get out of it with anything. Like, that's not even remotely safe. So anyway, I took it out and he yelled at me for a few minutes, but
That's
it's
awesome.
just funny.
All right,
Now
man.
he's
So,
sitting in a seat.
he's a boss. He's a pimp. He's a hustler. That's awesome.
I wouldn't call my baby a pimp.
Why? Pimping ain't
My
easy.
baby.
Pimping ain't easy. You gotta work hard to pimp. Pimping ain't easy.
He's my angel.
Yeah, angel, pimp. What's the difference? It's all the same thing, isn't it?
Yuck. You're terrible.
All right, so I'm with my main man Jacob here, having a very good day, man. I'll tell you what, we've been following some contractors around, man. I got some hard-working dudes. Slinging hash down here.
Good.
Hard-working dudes.
Well?
Very good, man. I got some hard-working dudes, man. Very pleased, very happy. So good stuff. So I'll keep in touch and I'll hit you up later tonight.
All right, love you.
Love you too.
Tell
Bye.
him love him. Say bye, Bella.
Where's
Bye,
my?
Daddy.
Bye, gorgeous. I love you. I'll talk to you later.
Bye, honey.
Bye. Dude, that's what it's all about right there, man. That's what it's all about. That's why you work hard and you grind, make that money to have that freedom. So my daughter is big into Peppa Pig. She's watching Peppa Pig. You know what Peppa Pig is? Peppa Pig, it's little pig, and it's a cartoon. She's in England, English Peppa Pig. So it's like, so she has the British accent. They talk British. They don't get gas. They go get petrol. So like if we go to the gas station, Bella will say, "Daddy, we're gonna get petrol." Or like we're going to Italy next month, and it's like we're gonna go on holiday. We're gonna go on holiday to Italy. We're gonna take the airplane on holiday to Italy.
Next, she's gonna be saying aluminium.
Right. But no, it's awesome. That's exactly why you work hard, so you can do stuff like that. Because I'm gonna go to Italy. Be there all that time. See cool stuff. Love it. Italy. So I used to go to Italy almost every September. I take my mom, my sister, and everything. And then we got married. Obviously, we had kids right away. So we haven't been since. So Italy is all about my mother, who's 84, going on 85. It's all about going back to the old village. So I got family there. It's all about my mom being able to go back to the old village and being with my daughter, my son, and everything. That's what it's all about. That's why you sling hash and work hard so you can do stuff like that. So when you saw that stuff with Spike, that dude, he deserves the same opportunity. And I don't know anything about his background. I don't know anything about his education. I don't know anything about his skills. But all I know is that dude works hard. And if he's a single father, 11-year-old daughter like that, dude, I want to do everything I can to help that cat make money so he could take care of his daughter, sling hash, enjoy it. Because I'm sure he loves his daughter just as much as I do, just as much as you love your kids. Whoever you are watching this, I'm sure you do as well. So good stuff, man. This is a great day. Yesterday I met with some people, had some meetings, met with some people at some stores in a housing complex where we're going to do some work out of up in Virginia. But this situation, because obviously Jacob, you weren't with me yesterday, so I only had the luxury of stealing you for today, which is awesome. I'm glad we did, because to be able to see this whole situation with Spike, it touches me, touches my heart. I love all that. I love the situation, love the hard work, love the hustle. Nobody has an excuse not to work. But anyways, today has exceeded my expectations. I'm glad we were able to catch all that in film. So I'm gonna see him. So we're gonna jump them. Because they're gonna be here at some point in time soon. We still got a little bit of time, but they're gonna get here, and I'm gonna jump them, and I'm gonna take them all out to dinner tonight. See. I mean, I don't know how many of the contractors will be able to come, but after seeing everything that Spike and all them did, I'm gonna try to get as many of them as I can. I'm gonna maximize you being here, so that way we can go out to dinner and get some feedback from all those guys. Get their feedback. Sit down. That's one thing, man. One thing that's always helped me in my medical transportation business, my consulting business, software business and my broker business is listening to your people, getting feedback, getting their opinions. Critical. And so over the years, getting direct feedback. Like if you look at our software, take the softwares that we use specifically for this broker business, man, it has just continued to evolve. And that evolution, honestly, has all been driven by feedback from our contractors. So one of my guys, we have some really good things in the works right now. One of them is a strategic partnership. I'm not gonna say the name, but we got a strategic partnership with this non-for-profit organization. I won't say the name, but so we were showing them the app. This is a couple weeks back. We were showing them the app, and they just fell in love with it because of the flexibility. And the whole time that we're showing them, they are just thinking, okay, how can they further apply it to their business? So that's awesome because we're able to think about it. We're able to take this software system that's continued to grow and evolve, really driven off of the feedback and insight from our contractors, and now we have this non-for-profit organization that wants to start using us even more. And when they're seeing this app, they're thinking, okay, man, how can we further apply this into their daily operation, into their supply chain? So it's exciting, man. That's why God is awesome. He works in supernatural ways because, if you keep putting one foot in front of the other, opportunities are going to continue to open to you. That's why when people, again, we'll get emails that look like a doctoral dissertation. Well, Joel, how do I do this? And when I do that, then what goes here? And when I get there, how will I know when I have this? And when I have that, how will I know that it's time to go there? I can't lead every single step. Some of you need your hand held. And if you need your hand held, honestly, I'd be concerned that entrepreneurship is the right thing for you. But again, I already kind of kicked on that a little bit earlier. But anyways, let's get ready. We'll get prepped up here because I know these guys should be arriving sometime soon. And because I'm going to, depending on what time they get here and where they are, this place looks a little bit crowded. But I'm definitely, depending on where they get positioned, I'm going to jump out and introduce myself to Spike because his situation, especially that backstory of not knowing that, hey, man, this guy's elevator couldn't fit in the elevator. He's taking it up. His helper wouldn't come help him. All this on the weekend that he has his daughter. Man, you were a hardworking dude. I love it. So I'm going to get out and introduce myself for sure. Make sure I dap him up, show him some love, and give him some extra money for sure because that cat earned it for sure, man. So let's. I'm going to drive around a little bit, make sure I know exactly where we need to be so I can intercept him. Good. This is him pulling up right now. All right, so this is Spike, the famous Spike. The hustler rolling up, doing his thing. Let me see what this boy has going on now. Let's see what he's up to. So I'm gonna let him load up. So my RD is supposed to show up sometime soon because he told me when I was at lunch. He says he's got to come help him with that because his helper didn't show up. So like a good RD, he's showing up to help close the deal. So once, I'm going to wait for them to load up, get everything loaded in, then I'm going to get out and I'm going to jump them. Introduce myself to Spike, see what they're doing. So let's take a look and see what they got going on. I'm sure my boy will be here in a little bit. See what they're doing. See how they do this. Spike, you're a hard-working dude, bro. Little do you know you being stalked. You straight up being stalked, yo. So, who's this cat? Dude, get a freaking dude. That's my freaking dude. My RD is driving a Jag. Is that a Jag? That's a Jag. Dude, my RD is driving a Jag. Is that him? Dude, my freaking RD. Dude, what? I'm about to cuss up in this joint. Dude, I'm about to cuss up in this joint. My RD is driving a Jag. Dude, this is freaking hysterical. Dude, that's it. I'm cutting his pay. I'm cutting it by 90%. This is ridiculous. Dude, I'm Beverly Hillbillies driving a Ford F-150. My cat is driving, my RD is driving a Jag. This is crazy. Dude, get this, man. My RD is driving a jet. This is classic. Dude, the hits just keep on coming, man. Dude, this is classic. Dude. Dude, this is classic, dude. My RD is driving a Jag. To go, dude, this is hysterical, man. You can't script this. Dude, these cats have no idea we're here. Dude, I'm about to slap you, Jacob. I'm about to slap you. This is, dude, this is like comedy you can't script. Dude, I don't even know what to say right now. I'm absolutely, dude, do you understand my RD is driving a Jag?
Oh yeah.
My RD is driving a Jag. This is comical. This is, dude, I don't even know what to say. This is hysterical, man. Are you getting all that on film? You saw all that? Dude, that is comical. He's freaking driving a Jag. Dude, my boy is driving a Jag.
That's delivery backup.
Dude, he's delivery backup and he's driving a Jag. That is comical. I'm waiting for him to pull out whatever they're loading. I don't know if they're loading. Let them load it up. I'm going to jump them. Dude, these cats have no idea I'm down here, man. He thinks I'm up in New York. He called me when I was at lunch. He thinks I'm up in New York. This is comical, man. He thinks I'm up in New York. I'm about to jump him. I'm about to jump his. I almost cussed. I almost said ASS, but I didn't. I spelled it because I got a 3-year-old daughter and 18-month-old son. So I spell my cuss words now. But dude, I talked to him, an hour ago. We're at lunch and he thinks I'm in New York. I'm about to jump in. This dude rolls up in a Jag. This is comical. And but don't get me wrong, man. Dude, he deserves it. My boy RD, this RD, man, dude, he's my best earner, man. Give him a ton of work orders, and all he does is hustle, man. Man, I could make another doctoral dissertation about him. He has, dude, he's been with me for a long time. He hustles. This dude hustles. I mean, dude, look, man, it's Saturday. Saturday, hustling. Spike's helper doesn't show up. There's a no-show, and here it is. My RD fills in to come help him move this, man. And he's driving a Jag, bro. That is absolutely comical, man. I swear. In my younger days, when I was stronger, I get out and I pick up this Ford F-150 and flip it because it's so funny. This is hysterical. Dude, I love hardworking dudes, man. Have I said that yet? Have I said that at all today?
A couple times.
Dude, I love hardworking dudes, man. I told him I was eating at a restaurant up in New York. And so he don't know. And I mean, this is priceless, man. This is what you gotta love, man. This is what you gotta love. Seeing dudes handling business, handling it well. I mean, whatever they're doing right now, organizing the truck. It looks like he's throwing around some of that old furniture stuff that he pulled out of that one apartment complex. So I'm sure that's the stuff he's got to take to the dump. So I don't know, maybe he's got to take it to the dump on Monday or something. So whatever they're organizing, whatever they're doing, I'm gonna jump them. As soon as they would bring out whatever they're bringing out and get loaded up, I'm gonna jump them. There's your boy Spike's best friend, his truck. Dude, I cannot believe this cat is driving a Jag, man. Dude, that is hysterical. This cat is driving a Jag to go. First of all, he's driving a Jag. Cause I mean, look, man, he's a six-figure earner, man. Multiple six-figure earner. Handles his business, man. God bless him. Dude, that is awesome, man. Cat deserves it, man. Dude's driving a Jag. Now he rolls up and come help Spike. So whatever they're working on right now, they're trying to figure out how they're going to organize in the truck. So I don't even know. I thought they were getting shelving units. This is hysterical, man. I'll tell you what, man. You as the viewer, if you're watching this, man, I'm sure this video's been long, and a lot of you probably dumped this because you're too cool for school. I get it, man. That's cool. Do your thing. But I don't, man. I'll tell you what, man. You gotta appreciate this. I don't know how many of y'all can appreciate this. This is like comedy. This is comedy in the making. This RD is my best earner by far. Been with me a long time. Great dude. Works with a bunch of our licensees at youarethebroker.com. And I mean, this is exactly what you want, man. So when I was talking to him about an hour ago at lunch, I told him, I was like, yeah, I told him I was at the restaurant up in New York having lunch. And then I'm about to jump him. He has no idea. So he said, hey, I gotta go to help Spike. And he told me all that backstory about Spike and helper didn't show up, daughter this, all that kind of good stuff. And this cat shows up in a Jag. This is hysterical. I mean, you know what, man? I swear, dude, if that Jag is rented, I'm gonna punk him. If that Jag is rented or something, I'm gonna punk him. He better own it. Dude, if he rolls up in a Jag, I'm telling you right now, when I jump out, he better own that Jag. He better own that Jag, or I'm gonna punk him like never before. All right, so loading something up now. Let's take a look. Oh, they're done. Get ready. Let's go pop these guys. Hold on. Wait till that lady's gone. We'll wait till that lady's gone. We'll wait till that lady's out of the way, and they close them doors, and we'll go over there and kick it. As soon as that lady closes the door, I want to put on a show in front of that lady. So I'm going to go punk him. I swear to God, my boy better own that Jag, or I'm going to blow up his spot like a champ. I'm going to punk him. I'm going to straight up punk him. All right, let's begin. Hey, man. Is that dude Spike?
Yeah?
You the one hitting on my wife, bro?
Huh?
You hitting on my wife?
Who's your wife?
Don't you worry about that, man. You hitting on my wife? You that dude hitting on my wife?
Who's your wife?
What?
JD,
Dog?
this your. What the hell you doing down here?
Don't you worry about what I'm doing, man.
This.
I told you.
Jeez.
Spike, man. Nice to meet you, man.
Pleased to meet you, man. I've been stalking you all day, man. You
Oh,
hard
yeah?
working dude, bro.
Really?
Dude, you been slinging hash,
You know
bro.
who this dude is right here?
No?
This is the dude that you thought. Remember you asked me that I own the company?
Yeah.
I just represent him.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't even know what you doing down here.
Don't you worry about that, man.
There you go.
Dude, I talked to him about an hour ago. He thought I was up in New York, man. I told you, man. I got things to do. I got to hustle things up, man. Hey,
This is
what,
my man
are
right
you
there.
kidding me? Hey, I know this is rented. Hey, you remember Jacob?
Rented shit. You like,
Dude, what is this?
hey, that's what I got, bro.
Dude,
This how I conduct business.
dude, with McDonald's? This is how you could.
Yeah, I like a borrow for a little
Dude, what? Yo, Spike, what is this?
Huh? What is that?
Dude, hey, how much is your lease payment? How much is your rent payment?
Nah, I ain't leasing it, homie. I ain't leasing it.
Dude,
I make a
dude,
I make a decent idea.
dude, I'm about to start cussing. I laughed my ass off, dude.
Huh? Oh.
Dude, I roll up in here. You roll up in here to help him, and you drive the Jag.
He needed help though. His helper bailed out on him, so I mean that's what I do. You know, I ain't the RD for nothing, so.
Dude, what do I even say to this, man?
I don't know. What you think, Spike? I'm alright, right?
Yeah, he's alright.
Alright.
Dude, why? You never told me about that.
I know. You wasn't supposed to know about it.
Dude, that's it, man. I said in the car, man, yo, your pay is getting slashed 90%.
See,
You making too much money, man.
If your boss told you about that, you'd be like,
Dude, dude. I mean, Spike, are you kidding me? Hey, bro. Straight up. Just because I saw you slinging hash, bro, and he told me at lunchtime that you ain't got no helper.
Seriously,
Dude,
man?
straight up, dude. I was out there at that apartment complex there, seeing you
Man,
sling heads, bro.
Let me change your head.
Straight up. I saw you slinging that. You grinding that like a just man in that thing, bro.
Appreciate it, man.
Hey,
Appreciate it.
dude, I saw the love, man. So
That's
yeah,
awesome,
dude, I
man.
told you,
Thank
man.
you.
I gotta take care of business, man.
Yeah, but what you doing down here though? That's what I'm
I
asking.
dude, I got a sneak attack. This is,
Yeah.
dude. We filming this, man. We straight punking, man.
Oh, okay.
Straight punking, dude.
Yeah,
you just got punked.
we just
You just got punked, yo. Yeah, I follow you. Let's see, I follow you into where's that? Was it the first place that you went? That was the core.
Oh, the one.
You picked it up, and you took the couches, and you took it to that apartment complex.
Divine
and-
Living,
yeah,
that's
Divine.
what
Yeah.
Yeah, so I saw that one. I saw you went to the apartment complex. I saw you oomphing that thing yourself. I'm
Yeah,
like,
man.
dude, this dude is straight up slinging hash. And
Yeah,
then,
look at his leg though. Look.
yeah. Well, so then he called me. I was at lunch. He thought I was up in New York. I'm like, he's like, what are you doing? I'm up in New York. Da, da, da. And then
Told him
so I'm like,
I told him I was gonna come and help you, but I ain't telling him. I mean, I ain't think he was down here though. But
so then he told me like, I go help him. Who you helping? He started telling me about you and everything like that. Told me you got your daughter's at home and all
Yeah,
that
yeah,
stuff.
she
So
is, man.
you coming to dinner and everything?
Yes, sir.
Good, very good.
Yeah.
You gonna bring your daughter?
Yeah.
Dude, very good.
so we're gonna go. I gotta go help him get this one knocked out. Though.
Yeah. Do your thing, man. Don't let me interrupt, man.
What time
Dude,
of-
you
what time
rolled up in a freaking Jag, bro. What is that?
Well,
I started laughing. I almost cut ASS off. I didn't cuss. I got 3-year-old daughter, 18-month-old son. I don't cuss. I spell. I'm a great speller.
yeah. Well, you can't let the right hand let them know what the left
Exactly.
hand doing.
Right,
so that's
right.
why I told him.
So I roll
Yeah,
up,
I
dude.
thought, yeah.
And I'm like, dude, I even said, I'm like, dude, if that better be a rent or a lease.
Nah,
Right,
nah,
right,
nah,
dude.
it ain't, I ain't leasing it. I bought it.
Dude, that is awesome, bro.
I'm loving it though. So yeah.
Dude, and I was talking smack about like you got your clowns out there doing their photo ops in front of Jags and all the private jets, or in front of their Lambos,
Shows up like
their Lambos,
that.
and you roll up in a Jag. dude.
Well, hey, I gotta.
Why
do
you
what I
trying to
gotta
ruin
do.
my spot, man? I'm Beverly Hillbillies in a Ford truck, man, in a pickup
Oh.
truck, and you rolling up in a Jag.
Oh, where right? That's you.
Yeah, that black truck is mine.
That's me right here though. That's me.
Yo, VITCH, yeah, this is you.
That's me though. Yeah.
Straight
Nah,
up.
I'm just shocked, man. I didn't know you was in town though, for real. But
Well,
I mean,
okay,
we
if
gotta do
I
what
knew,
we
you'd
gotta
know.
do. But look, I hate to cut this thing short. We got a time commitment we gotta
Yeah, I
make.
gotta get back
we gotta
to
get
the
going,
thing.
man.
Man,
All right.
All right, I'll see you tonight, Jenna.
Appreciate you, man. Nice meeting you, man.
Yeah. Where
I'll
we
see you
eat
later.
dinner at?
Wherever you want. You make reservations, or
Okay.
get some of the dudes. Wherever you want, you make
Okay.
reservations.
I'll give you a call, okay?
Sounds
All right.
good.
All
I'll
right.
see y'all.
Hey, where we going?
Dude, that is hysterical, man. That is absolutely hysterical, man. That's what you want. That's what you want, man. That's what you want. So, dude, that is absolutely hysterical. So it's like I ain't never met that dude Spike before. You look at someone like Spike, man. I'm sure there's a lot of people that wouldn't look twice at him. Dude's all tatted up, look like he just came out the pen. You know, earrings, whatever, dude. You cannot judge a book by its cover. Obviously, that's a classic example. You can't judge a book by its cover. I mean, anyone watching this, if you're still watching this now, and you watch my boy Spike here slinging hash, doing his thing, dude, I don't care if you got the tattoos, I don't care if you got the earrings. If you a hard worker dude like that, man, I'm gonna take care of that for sure. So, all right, so we followed some contractors around, but part of being an undercover boss, making sure your operation is running well and it's tight. You gotta check on your dispatchers. So we already called one, so I'm gonna call another one. The one we called earlier was here in North Carolina. I'm gonna call the other one. She's there till she's on call, if you will, till 5 o'clock. She's gonna be located in Delaware, so we're gonna call her. So let's call and we'll get an estimate just to make sure she's answering the phone, handling the business, handling it well.
Statement Direct, this is Deanna speaking.
Hi, I was calling to see if I could get an estimate. Is that something you could help me with?
Okay. Yes, it is. Where are you, how many items do you want to get delivered?
2 pieces, please. It's a sectional.
2 pieces, a sectional. Are there any stairs to climb?
No stairs.
Okay. And what's the pickup location?
Now, when you say stairs, there's actually 4 stairs going into the front porch. Is that what you mean by stairs, or are you talking about like a flight of stairs?
No, like a flight of stairs.
Okay, yeah.
Do you have the address?
I do not have that offhand. I actually already left there. I apologize.
It's okay. Let 1 second. Let me Google it really fast.
Sure. Resource like that.
Okie dokie. And it's
Yep.
okay. Where? Let me see here. Where's your home address? Okay. Alrighty. With that delivery, with the estimate that we're doing, would you want hassle-free insurance for $19.95?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay. And I'm putting it in now. And it's a sectional, right? You said.
Yeah, it's a 2-piece sectional.
So it's looking like the delivery cost will be.
And what day would you be able to do it?
On what day would you like it delivered?
What do you have available after next Tuesday?
After next Tuesday, let me check. We have Wednesday at 2.
Okay.
And we also have Thursday, same time. And
Okay. So
do you want me to look into the weekend?
Well, no.
Or it can be from.
No, I'd probably do it either Wednesday or Thursday. So what would the total delivery cost be again? All right, I will let them know, and we will look to schedule the delivery. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for the help. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye. I love nice people. Good stuff. Good stuff. I'm happy. Let's do it. Yeah, where you at? I'm not sure. Who's this little cutie?
My daughter.
I heard you were born to sparkle. Is that true?
Yes.
What's your name?
Ayla.
Ayla, that's a beautiful name. What's up, Big Tommy?
See you again, man.
I'm waiting on Tommy, but we can go anywhere.
Look at you, all GQ with a collar shirt. What's up? Damn, big pimpin'. What grade you in, pretty girl? Good for you. That's awesome.
Starting.
That's awesome. Good for you.
I told him a little bit about your background earlier today.
Hey, what'd you tell him? What'd you tell?
That I
Big
told
Spike?
him that you couldn't block for Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
It is what it is, man. How's the stud?
They put you on the bench once you couldn't do that.
It is what it is, man. Wasn't good enough. Wash up.
Just being there, man. Shit. Just being there.
We can sit on the inside. I was waiting on Tommy. Actually, y'all can go in, man. I'll wait on Tommy just so he don't feel weird walking in. You know what I mean?
No, I don't know. What's that mean? What do you want to do? You're a grown ass man. I know. What,
It's awkward, man.
why is it awkward? So what's the deal with this phone? You calling boyfriends? You got boyfriends?
Okay.
Yeah, I got hard done, man.
Did you hear that, Ayla?
Better not.
Are you texting? What are you doing? You using Instagram, Snapchat? What are you doing?
Snapchat.
Are you? You gonna show me how it works?
He needs a
Let me
lesson
see.
in Snapchatting.
Let me see how it works.
Picture.
She's the one that showed me.
Yeah.
Let me see what you got.
I want to do this one.
Can you put a filter on his face?
Hey, you better take.
Put a filter on his face.
Okay.
Girl filter.
Oh,
Real
wait,
funny
I
filter.
know which one I was
Whoa! Whoa! Man, what's that all about? Man,
That is
What's up, man?
that's the real. That right there was the real fat man face.
so how far you live from here?
Probably like 5 minutes.
He could have walked down
No,
here, but
like 3 minutes.
and he's still
Yeah.
late.
Really?
2 minutes, basically.
Yeah, he's still late.
Well, I was waiting on her.
Yeah, she had to get
She had,
ready.
she had to get all gussied up.
So, who's that? He's a nobody.
Who's
Like,
that?
no, I'm saying people looking like, who is this? Who is that? With the camera, he's a nobody. Right? Today.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't worry about it.
And how'd you end up hooking up with us?
I known David for quite a while. Is it
Look at
like
it.
a
Look at
year
this all
maybe,
formal.
something like that.
Look at this, all formal.
So
And where
Yeah.
were you? You work at a paper manufacturer or something?
yeah. That's
What do you
I
do
do
there?
now. I'm called a stripper.
Right. You
So
sexy.
yeah,
You
that's-
sexy. I got that.
That's what my title is actually.
Dude.
Yeah, hold on.
Oh, yeah.
I know, right? I'm trying to look like that. So
Your title is
yes, it is. So we get this, like everything from like Colgate boxes, Aleve boxes, the DVD cases. They all come in like stacks, like a big pallet on single sheets.
Yeah.
And I gotta strip the ends of it to make it look into a single.
How long you been working there?
For about 5 months, 6 months.
So how many hours do you work a week there?
Exactly 40. Exactly.
So you do 40 with them.
Yeah.
You work with us.
Yeah.
He said you work out all the time.
Yeah, and then right after getting off with you guys.
Why don't you just do what I do and take
I go-
steroids and wear
yeah.
tight shirts? It works, bro. Steroids and tight
I'm
shirts.
look into that. Yeah, and then go to the gym and then go home.
How's it like working with him?
It's all right, man. I mean,
He ain't gonna give you no props, man.
nah, he's pretty cool, man.
Good.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
But you like the
I enjoy
opportunity?
working with-
You like the opportunity?
Yes,
Making good money?
Definitely, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate the opportunity, man.
Awesome.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I want to hear. Hey, tell me about the app.
The app,
The app.
I like it. I mean, like in reference as to what?
How effective is the app for what you're trying to do?
It is actually very effective. Just like the font, I think it's a little too big. Sometimes on
The font's too big?
the font, like the details. Sometimes on the description, what you need to do. It doesn't show everything on my phone. I don't know if it's just my phone or like everybody's.
I'm gonna pull it up right now. This is you.
I can't believe you were sitting there.
Dude, I stalked you all day.
Watching it,
Dude,
at me.
Jacob, we stalked him all day. Big Tommy. How you doing, man?
Nice to meet you, bud.
Joel Davis. Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What's up, man? You late? We said be here. We've been here since 4 o'clock.
He's on low.
4 o'clock.
He's on low schedule right
Nah, I hear nothing but good things about you, bro. So you've been with Lowe's for how long?
A little over 2 years.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And he said you just put in your time.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
You're gonna be with us all the time now, huh?
Yep.
Good. Very good, man. Slinging the
Why you
hands.
gonna be with us all the time?
Why? Because you love struck.
Yeah.
I heard because you're love struck. That's why. Is that true? You're leaving your job because you're love struck.
Yeah.
Damn, it's a crazy thing.
It is.
It's a crazy thing. Hey, let me finish real quick. Tell me. So I want you to show me though on the app.
I was just to see the ones that I've done. On the details, my phone is like acting up, man. You know, I was.
So you think those fonts are too big, or the text too big, or what's too big?
Is it my phone?
I gotta say, man, because
No, because you saw it too.
I'm about to be
I
blind.
like that. Yeah.
I'm about to be blind or something because I can't even see all that.
He got his writing in cursive.
No, but
Yeah,
what
yeah.
I'm telling you is like on the details, like when it tells you like, yeah,
It's
it's still not showing like everything
You
online. I
gotta
don't know.
update your app on your phone. That's what you gotta do. Hey man, can we go eat though? For real?
Hey, are we gonna go eat?
Yeah.
Dude, you look like you just ate with that belly. Man,
He just sucked it in.
you don't look like you starving for meals, bro. Yeah, let's go do it. Beautiful, man. Beautiful.
Hey Sugar Plum.
Thank you, my brother's not sitting with you back to the door. You know how we do.
Hey, I can't trust this neighborhood. Drive-bys, I can't trust it.
Right there.
Get up and push the seat on there. Something y'all enjoying, all right?
I appreciate it. Thanks so much, man.
Tommy, why don't you sit right here? You sit on this side.
So what type of hours you putting in over at Lowe's?
Oh, man, it's nothing for me to put in a 12 to 15 hour day.
And how many days a week?
5 days a week.
And so how do you end up hooking up with us? How long you been with us? It's like April, was it?
Roughly,
Something
yeah.
like that, yeah.
Yeah, a few months.
Yeah. It's been about April, since April.
And how many days? You were working 3 days a week with us, right?
Just my days off. Like usually 3 weeks out of the month. Because I had 1 week out of the month that it's a long week at Lowe's where I'm off on just on like Sunday, and then my next day off is like Friday. So like I don't really have. No, I'm sorry. There's 1 week where I work Monday through Friday, and then I'm off Saturday, Sunday, which was this past week. Yeah.
So when did you put in your 2 weeks with Lowe's?
Last Sunday. So this coming
Last Sunday.
Not tomorrow, but Sunday after is my last day.
Did they know it was coming? What'd they say? How many years have you been with them?
A little over 2.
So he's told me before. He's like, yeah, man, they got the hand truck. They use it as a second pair of hands.
More pissed off. Look at his leg. Coming down the steps.
Oh gosh.
Battle scars. Battle scars.
Oh, he was hot, bro. He was hot.
Yeah, when he told me, I couldn't have taken it all on him.
So when I'm talking to him, and again, I'm not letting on that I know all this stuff, obviously. So he's like, yeah, I gotta go help Spike. He's like, man, he is pissed. And I'm thinking like, all right, man, I already seen it all. So I'm like, all right, man, we'll tell him to, cheer up, see through. Because I knew, I'm like, after what I saw, I'm like, dude, I'm gonna make sure I give him a little extra something. Cheer him up. I said, so I told Lowe's, I'm like, hey man, we'll do what you gotta do, man. Help him out, make sure he has a good day. Knowing that I'm gonna stalk him because I was already on the app, so I knew where he was headed. Right. So I knew that I was gonna jump him. And this dude rolls up, so then I knew that he's gonna roll up that last stop, and he already told me that he's gotta help him. And then sure enough, this cat rolls up with his rented Jaguar.
Yeah.
Straight up rented Jaguar.
Yeah.
And it's fun. And so I'm on, like when we're in the car, and Jacob's filming the stuff, and I'm just talking nonsense, talking about business in general and everything. And here it is, I'm talking about these yahoos that, put on a show with their Lambos and all their nonsense. And then this cat rolls up in a freaking rented Jaguar, doing photo ops.
Yeah, I hear you.
And then I'm going Beverly Hillbilly style with the Ford F-150.
He jumps out the truck. Yo, you messing with my wife? Him. Like we're the cheaters.
Yeah.
Spike and I almost went to blows.
He goes, Spike. Which one? Which
one?
He's like, what's your wife's name? I'm like, it don't matter. You're hitting at my wife.
So I said, listen, I called him at the store, and I told him what the problem was, and he was like, and I said, she will take it if you will agree to come and remove the dirt stain or blotch it or whatever, you know what I mean? So he was like, yeah, we'll come out there and see what we can do. And so she still was kind of iffy about it. And then when she started telling me about she was like, as you can see, my husband, he's sick and all that. I felt real bad, man. I said, listen, if he don't do it, I'll take care of it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the first new sofa they had. They bought. Everything else was used.
Yeah, everything was like,
you know what I mean?
What'd she say?
She took it. We got it in the house. And
what'd she say when you made that offer?
She accepted the sofa. She was like, thank you, whatever.
Yeah,
awesome.
Would you come? Like,
yeah.
would you do it?
Yeah.
He was like, yep. So
that's awesome.
We took the door off too.
Took the door off, got it in the house. And
so how often when you guys
are
are
help, man, but he took me.
How often when you guys are doing stuff, you gotta take doors off?
We really try to avoid that.
No doubt, I would too.
Unless it's just one of those situations where
only the front doors where like you gotta take the edges off.
The pin now.
The quite a bit.
I mean, with Safe Direct, I haven't that often, but with Lowe's, and that's every day. Because I'm pulling like 400 or 500 pound refrigerators through a door. Like.
So when you're working with Lowe's, how many guys you got in a crew? 2?
Me and one other person. Yep.
What'd you do before Lowe's?
I was an assistant manager at Family Dollar for like 4 years.
So how'd you end up transitioning to Lowe's?
This guy that worked for me at Family Dollar, he left to be a delivery driver for Lowe's, and he was telling me he loved it. And I was just like,
So did you make more money at Lowe's?
yeah.
So when you were working at Lowe's, how were you doing deliveries, straight deliveries, or what?
Yeah, that's all I do.
So every day, you weren't actually in Lowe's itself all the time. You were always on
I
the road.
show up in the morning, load my truck, and then I'm out on the road.
That
So-
might be changing though.
What's the deal with that? Because you mentioned that to me. What's the deal with the change with
Yeah,
Lowe's?
Lowe's has been going third party on a lot of their.
I read that in one of the press releases, but they were going to do it in select areas and select stores.
This area is one of the only areas left with Lowe's where it's not third party. So, and they're talking about going third party
Nationwide.
on this area now.
So tell me why you like working. Tell me why you'd rather be with us doing deliveries versus doing deliveries with Lowe's.
Well, I mean, just right now, like the hours are better for me. Like at Lowe's, I have to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, 5:36, just to be at work at 7, and I don't know. It's just like with Safe Direct, like I get my orders, through my phone and everything. I know what I'm up against. Like, man, I show up at Lowe's and like they expect, they expect a whole lot.
Let me ask you, if you don't mind me asking, how much were you making working with Lowe's? Do they pay you by the hour?
Yeah.
How much are you getting with them?
17 an hour.
Gotcha. Good.
But like they, I don't know, like see at Lowe's, like when we get out on deliveries, man, like they're basically like, whatever the customer wants, and it's just like, I mean, I'll get out to some places, especially if it's like a contractor issue, or a contractor's like made this order, like they try to get as much free help out of us as they can. Like, they want us to.
They want all the free stuff.
Yeah. And I mean, they'll sit here and like, lay boards up on a porch that's not finished, and want us to take stuff in, and I'm like, look, we don't do that.
Good for you.
It's a safety issue, Like if I get hurt doing something that Lowe's don't want me to do, then they can refuse.
So when you were working for Lowe's, were you making tips too? You make tip money or what?
Occasionally.
You get more tips with us?
Yeah.
Good.
For the amount of time he works though, but he only worked a couple of days right now. But in those couple of days, he's made he did pretty good with the move job.
Yeah, the move job is real nice.
You can really make. If it was an everyday thing, I think it's a bank. You would see
No doubt. So pardon my ignorance. You said you're done with Lowe's this Sunday or next Sunday?
Next Sunday.
Gotcha. Good for you.
So my first day full time with Safe Direct is going to be Tuesday, the day after Labor Day.
What about what's your feedback on the app, our app that you've been using?
I like it. Now there's special instructions on there that I haven't been able to access.
They since you've last used it, they've updated it, so now you can see it.
See, it's the same thing.
Okay.
It's the same thing.
But you don't have to. What you got to do is update your app. Like, you know how you go to
Just download the new one, the updated version. Remember updates? Just update.
Just download
delete it and reload it from the App Store.
Delete it and reload it, and then you'll be able to see the instructions now.
Okay.
That was a concern for him, and he actually brought it to my attention because you can only read half of it. And they redid it, and so now you can read everything. Like, have you closed that?
Well, no, see that app has been an evolutionary process, and it's all based on feedback from contractors. I mean, bottom line, whatever you guys need.
It does help. Like as soon as you
I love the app.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole goal of the app. The last thing I'm gonna do is invest money into something that is of no value. I ain't chasing good money after bad.
Right.
So you guys have the best feedback for us. So when you guys, I mean, whatever your feedback is, I take it serious. And you tell him, tell me. I mean, we're gonna get it done one way or another. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. He was hurt. So mind you, this is back in 2000. The NFL now, you can only, I think they only practice like once a day, because all that CTE stuff. It wasn't the case back then. So we had training camp out in Terre Haute, Indiana. And it's freaking balls hot. It's freaking balls hot, right? In middle of July, August, whatever it was. And a training camp, so the guy in front of me, the starter, he's hurt. So a lot of times, you had, I remember, so you practice twice a day, you still gotta lift. And so I remember this one day, it was so hot that they had to move the practice. We had a morning practice, lifted, and then they moved the afternoon practice to later in the evening because it was too hot, right? The hot heat index was too big, whatever. So, so we go out for the second practice, and because the starter was hurt, I'm running with like a lot of time. I'm rotating. I'm running with a lot of the ones and the twos, so I'm getting like twice as many reps. You fighting to try and make a team, man.
Yeah.
And so if you're not, part of that top 3% making real money, dude, you're expendable.
Yeah.
So we just go through. It's a second practice that they moved to evening, and they got the helicopter. So our helicopter's going over time. We're just doing indie drills, just warming up, doing indie and everything. And helicopters coming over, and it kept getting closer. And everyone's like, dude, what the hell is this thing doing, man? This thing keeps coming closer and closer, and it lands over on the other practice field. And we had Jim Mora at the time. He was the head coach. Jim Mora, remember him? He used to be with like the Saints for a long time.
Yeah.
He was an old school, rugged, Marine, all that stuff. Old school, not this like mamby-pamby nonsense today. So he calls us all up, and we go over towards the helicopter. And out of the helicopter comes the team owner, Jim Irsay, and the governor of state of Indiana and their entourage. And Jim Irsay comes out wearing his, $5,000 custom suit. And my tongue is already dragging. We haven't even gone through practice yet, but again, we're already halfway through camp. We're doing 2-a-days, all this kind of stuff, the heat index, all kind of stuff. I'm running with 2 groups. My tongue is already dragging. So we get up, and they get out of their private helicopter entourage to give us the old get one for the Gipper, represent the state well speech. And I'm sitting towards the back, and I'm like, dude, I make the team. At that time, I'm making league min. It would have been like $250,000, which, yeah, it's $250,000 is a lot of money if I'm going grocery shopping, but ain't nothing for the whole wide scope of life. Hell, especially after you pay taxes. I'm running with 2 groups. My tongue's dragging, and I literally, it's one of those poignant moments where I'm like, dude, I ain't nothing but a bitch. That's all I am. I spell, I don't cuss. She's shaking her head.
He does all the time, though, so she's heard him. Yeah.
So I'm sitting in the back, man. I'm like, dude, you getting out. Like, if I get cut, I get released. You don't care.
Right.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing to you. You don't even know me. If I go up right now and shake your hand, you don't know me. I ain't part of your top 3%. I ain't guaranteed no roster spot. I'm sitting back here, I'm like, dude, I ain't nothing but a sheep. If I get hurt, no one cares. I'm making league min. If I make $250,000, man, that's nothing to you. That's like the cost of your toilet, man. And I realized at that point in time, I'm like, dude, I ain't never gonna be at BITCH again. Bottom line. So when I got later on that year, so when I got released later on, and my agent was like, hey, I got lined up. We can go Philly, New Orleans, da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, nah, I'm good. Yeah, and then don't get me wrong, there's not a day that goes by that I don't miss football. I mean, I love football. Right. There's not a day that goes by I don't miss being part of something special. And, it's like you got that finite opportunity to play, and then when it's over, it's over. It's not like you can go back, and you miss that. But, the college for me was much more rewarding because, I was team captain. I was all ECAC, went and played in the East-West Shrine game. You're the big man on campus. That's all good. The friendships you got from your teammates are awesome. When you get to the NFL, dude, it's all business. I remember I went to my first training camp. It wasn't training camp. It was my first. It was in Cincinnati, and it was a weekend training camp. I think it was like 4 or 5 days, something like that. And the guy and they put you up in a hotel and everything. And the guy who I roomed with, he just got traded to Cincinnati. He came from Washington, and he was in Washington for a couple years, something like that. And now when I was in college playing football, it was all about like, hey man, let's get to a bowl game, get to a bowl game, get to a bowl game. So I remember when I was, we were in the hotel room and we were in the, just sitting there watching TV and kicking, and we were talking about everything, and I'm picking his brain. And I said something to the effect of, all right, would you rather make more money or go to a Super Bowl? And again, I'm fresh out of college. He's already been in the league a couple years. And I said, would you rather go to a Super Bowl or would you rather make more money? And he's like, make more money. And for me, I was like, wow. I was like, I just assumed like Super Bowl, why would you not? He's like, dude, yeah. He goes, and that's what he told me. He's like, dude, man, you go to a Super Bowl, you take a pay cut. He goes, you put yourself at risk. He goes, because if you already got $1 million contract or something like that, everyone gets paid the same amount for the playoff games. You're exposed to injury. And he'd rather have a long-term contract versus get a Super Bowl. And for me, I was like, that's an interesting perspective. I didn't get that, you know what I mean? So it was like a cultural change for me. So, but the NFL, look, I mean, if I was a top player or something like that, my attitude, I'm sure, would be totally different. I'm glad I did it. Met cool people, made some good money, helped me start my business and everything like that. Right. But again, that you go through life, and you could name a handful of poignant moments where that was a life changer for me. Just that little couple minutes, like that changed my perspective, that changed the way I think. And so when I was at training camp at Terre Haute, Indiana that day, and that helicopter comes down, he gets out with this $5,000 Armani suit, whatever, his entourage, and I'm in the back, and my tongue is like, and it's like, dude, I'm slinging hash out here to try to make a team. So and you're giving us the old get one for the Gipper speech, win it for, represent the state well. Dude, ain't no one care about me. And at that point in time, I'm like, dude, I got to do what I got to do. So that's why, and Jacob will tell you, man, because you were on film, I can't tell you how many times, like when I saw you slinging hash today, dude, doing your thing, I love hardworking dudes. I was in Chick-fil-A. And dude, Chick-fil-A, I love Chick-fil-A. A, because I'm fat. B, I like the chicken. C, everyone's nice. That's ideal for a fat man. Be cool, let everyone be, So I was in Chick-fil-A, man. I'm talking, like you got the little greeters there, man. I had this little old lady, and I'm sitting here watching her doing her thing. You'd be thinking like, man, you need to go home and make cookies for your grandbaby or something like that. And she's sitting there scrubbing stuff down, greeting everybody. Sometimes she's greeting people like 3 or 4 times. I mean, so I went up and I asked her, I said, ma'am, I gotta be honest with you, man. Do you mind if I ask you how old you are? She's 85. She had every reason not to be working there. And she's scrubbing stuff down, taking people's trays, greeting them all with a smile. Man, I love that. I gave her a $20 bill because why would I not? I just love hardworking people, man. That's what it is. And it's like, that's why, like what you guys are doing, hey man, your success is our success. Your success is my success. His success. That's why I value y'all's feedback. I'm glad y'all came here because if you guys need anything, you tell me. You got feedback on that. Anything we can do to make your job easier. You got ideas? My goal, help you get to green. Help you make money. You got ideas? You tell me. You tell him. I got other guys that work for me just like Lois, doing the same type of thing, working with more contractors. My goal, my hope is that you guys are proactive, not just like taking work orders and just, I don't want you to think like it's at Lowe's, like it's a job. I want you to look at it like, man, this is my own gig. I gotta, if I hustle, I'm gonna make more money. Right. I want you to think like, hey man, I'm part of something bigger. I want you to be active participants and contribute, take ownership. So like you got downtime, man, you go help promote it. You help bring more business, man. Your success is my success and vice versa.
Yeah, definitely 1 week I made a little more.
Thank you.
Than what I made on my actual job during the day.
For the paper?
For you guys. Yeah, definitely.
So you make more in a week working for us than you do.
Yeah, sometimes like if I get like good orders, like at least 3 every day. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely.
Pick that up too, but they're gonna run it through Safe and Direct instead of how they had been doing it beforehand. Like they actually hired somebody to do it, but they felt like the person was gouging it. So the way we're gonna do it now, or the way we're working on it, is they're gonna mix it in with the deliveries that we already have. So we already.
Look, I'm telling you.
It's gonna be pretty good.
Look, so you need to make this part of your plan. Okay, you're leaving Lowe's. You're gonna go off and do your own thing. And you're already doing your own. I mean, you're working full time, and you're getting a W-2, right, from them. You know, so you're doing W-2, but you got your own side hustle, man. That's freaking awesome. You need to get with him. Make sure if he doesn't teach you, then I'm gonna have to freaking beat his ass. But his ASS, I don't cuss no more. My daughter's 3. But look, you both need to set up your own LLC. All right, like I was just telling him, you're talking to your daughter. Look. And this is the beautiful thing about the flexibility of working with us is any money we give you, I don't care if you sign up as Spike or your Spike LLC or your Spike Inc. Because if you're getting 1099, you got to go pay your taxes after that. Whereas if your money as a 1099 goes towards your business first, then your cell phone bill, you're using your cell phone for the app. That's business expense, yo. Gas. Business expense. When you're doing a distance trip, you just went out to Tennessee, do a delivery. Dude, you're a big boy, you gotta eat. You stop and get a meal, that's business expense. So like I was telling him, you know, if you got $10,000 for easy math, if you got $10,000, if we paid you $10,000, the government's gonna look at that as that's a 1099, $10,000 on Spike and Tommy, you're paying tax on $10,000. Versus you form Spike LLC or whatever you call it, Tommy LLC, he's paying a cell phone bill, you're paying your cell phone bill, he's paying his brother as a helper, he's paying, you know, you pay your helper, right? Dude, you pay your helper, that is a legitimate business expense. So let's say after you pay all your expenses, all your business related luxuries, if you will, like when you're traveling, you gotta pay your gas, you gotta pay your cell phone, you gotta get food, whatever. By the time you whittle that down, that $10,000, you pay all your business expenses, maybe you're left with $3,000, $4,000. Now, at the end of the year, you're only taxed on that $3,000, $4,000. You're not taxed on that $10,000. That's a huge freaking difference. Huge. Because again, you take this guy Mike. This guy Mike that he was talking about, he was making 6 figures with us. He was making 6 figures with us, but he got lazy. Got entitled, backdoored us, and once you backdoor me, I'm done with your ass. Your ASS. I'm done. I don't cuss no more. I spell. Right. So, backdoor us, I'm done. But you know, look, even though you're working with us, you guys should still be your own legal entity, build your own business. And if you guys do, look, man, I got no problem. You guys do something on the side, you know, whatever. I mean, if you're doing something that's not in conflict with what we do, make money, man. Go get your side hustle and do your thing. I'm all for it. He just told you about the new business opportunity that he has going on. Dude, that's huge. Huge. But anything you do, I mean, do it as your own legitimate business entity, so you're not exposed to all that tax.
Right.
You know, if you're using your car, if you got to use your car to get to a certain place to, you know, get your truck, whatever. I mean, dude, then your car, if it's a legitimate, it's got to be legit, obviously. If it's a legitimate expense, then now, unless like he's renting his Jag, you know how he rents that thing. But so he's renting his Jag. That Jag he just rolled up to come help you. That's a business expense. If he keeps rolling up in his Jag, let's say his business owns the Jag.
Right.
that lease payment for the Jag is a write-off, man.
It's mine, son. I don't cuss, but it's mine, B-I-T-C-H.
But look, bottom line is, you guys are a critical asset. I want to see you guys be successful, and you need to make sure you get with him, and he helps you guys get started to do that. It's smart. You've been with us several months. I mean, you've been with us several months. You know, you're coming in full time now, dude. You got to maximize this. You got to maximize opportunity.
One of the guys that when you came aboard that you were replacing, we looked at his stuff. He had made over 100-something thousand. And he had only been here like maybe 18 months.
You talking about Chris?
Yep. He made over $100,000. That was on the system. He had others. I even gave him side work outside of S&D to do. And so through the system, what we had record of, I mean, we pulled up, looked at it. In the 18 months that he worked there, he pulled in over $100,000.
So
and that included the stuff that I was giving him, you know, that I didn't feel like it was meant that we could handle it in a sense, or we didn't have the time, or I ain't gonna say the time, but we didn't have the time at that time to do it. So I just gave it to him and do it on his own or something like that. But he was making money from it.
But it's not complicated. It's not going to be it's not expensive.
Right.
You know, and bottom line is it's a long-term investment. Especially if you're going to be working on this long-term, why would you not? When you start making even more, you already mentioned that there's been times you made more money working for us in a shorter period of time than your full-time job. So there's going to come a point in time like Tommy, you're probably going to leave this place. You're going to, technically, even though you're working for us, you're going to own your own business. Technically, if you do it like this, if you do it like I tell you, you're going to legitimately have your own business. You're going to turn your side hustle into your own full-time business, as you should. You know, so now your brother, he's less of a helper and more of like an employee, if you will. I say that because when you're giving him money, that's a write-off, 100%.
Let me tell you another avenue.
And when you give your helper money, I would at that point in time, you never give them cash. You give them check. You always give them a check. Because your business will be, you know, let's say it's Spike LLC. Spike LLC, Tommy LLC is going to have your own checking account. Tommy LLC, Spike LLC. So you're going to pay, just like we pay you once a week, you're going to pay your helper once a week. Now, cash tips, well, cash is cash. That's different. You keep your cash tips. But if you keep track, hey, man, I owe you $30 from today, I owe you $50 from tomorrow, all that kind of stuff. At the end of the week, you give them a check. You know, that way it's 100%. And the reason you pay them by check is you always have a legitimate paper trail. Always have a paper trail. You ever get audited by the IRS, it's legit. Always protect yourself.
What I was going to tell you real quick, Tommy, another avenue, one of the avenues that we have through Safe and Direct is in what I try to get Chris to do when we go into, you know how we got a lot of new people move into town? And
Thank you.
Of course, they don't even have lawn care or anything set up yet, right? So the way we have our platform set up is that even if you wanted to cut grass, like if it was your business and you had somebody that could cut grass for you, we say, hey, who cut your grass for you? You know what I'm saying? And they said, we won't have anybody yet. So you could almost set up your own lawn care service through Safe and Direct, which they will call and schedule just like they do deliveries, and you'll still receive the work orders on your phone, you know, knowing that you got a yard to cut afterwards, though. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
It's multiple ways that the software system that we have in the app is designed to include all your, you know, different methods of work. I think it's like 5 different things. I think it's a moving, labor only, lawn care, courier service, and deliveries. So there's many avenues that a person that has an entrepreneur mindset can make money. You know what I mean? Or can bring more business to the business. You know what I mean? But you benefit from it though. You know what I mean?
The quickest way to make money is to save money. And if you form an LLC, you're going to be saving money, bottom line. Because you're not exposed to the taxes. You're not at risk. So make sure you got to do that like soon.
Hey, if you get a video from me home, send it to him and then he can show me.
No doubt. Dude, I'm serious. If you could have seen him, you could have seen, because he was like he was stomping, dragging that thing, and then I said it to him, I'm like, dude, look at him, he's freaking like angry, bitter, salty.
You want me to piss you off even more? You want me to piss you off even more? Here's the owner of the company just watching you do it. Didn't even help.
No, he didn't even get him.
No doubt. Hey, you know what? I don't like that, man. He's just I'm not drinking, man. I don't like that. Yeah. But see, and so like I say, man, it wasn't until like an hour or two later when we're talking on the phone. I didn't know the backstory that like the elevator wasn't working. Right. I forgot how it came up.
Me and him
I didn't know that.
Shouting match for a minute though.
Good news is you got more freedom and flexibility. You're gonna make more money. Bottom line. Versus, and you got only matter of time.
His title was stripper though.
Dude, that is comical.
Did you know that?
Yeah. You sexy little vixen, man.
I taught him all the work.
And his job is stripper.
That's his job title at work.
Oh, really?
At the paper they manufacture paper.
Yeah. And they make what y'all make? CVD covers or something like that?
No, the Blu-rays, DVDs.
And they have
all the Colgate boxes.
The appropriated lines.
You work?
International paper.
Yeah, West Rock.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
There's another place around here. There's another place around here though that makes.
But I guarantee their title's not stripper though.
No, you only have one stripper.
Yeah.
Hey, I know you gotta get to work, man.
All right.
Good meeting you, brother.
It's good meeting you. I appreciate it.
So hey, you guys need anything? You let us know. You need anything? You let us know. You got any feedback or anything like that?
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate it. Hey, little cutie, get over and give me a hug. Little cutie. Hey, you stay away from the boys. You stay away from the boys. Or I'm gonna tell your daddy. You understand me? Good girl.